wearing, jet flying. We Rick flaring on the, flaring on the. We Rick flaring on the, you flaring on the. Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on the, flaring on the. Jet, we Rick flaring on the, flaring on the. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Rick flaring, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops and fine to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness is really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, in Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase. Yeah. Bubba C. Yeah. Rick flaring on him. Rick flaring on him. Rick flaring on him. Rick flaring, son up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, we back.
Yo,
Appreciate you for reaching out.
Star.
I'm like, hey, it's outspoken. A lot changed. Granted, the concert we still hosting. Giving you the fix you need when on the screen. The veteran, Captain Petty, giving you medicine. Come tap in. You know Scott gon' do what he do. Might not want to hear it, but here go the hard truth. Perry about the numbers, regret if you're not fact-based. When you run your lane, the numbers seem like a statue. Wait. Hey, Scotty, man, I'm not feeling it. I don't think the people feeling it. Let me get in my bag a little bit, just showing what this outspoken really about to be like. Outspoken, this is more than conjecture. These days they land people lost. So glad that we got our own. Hunger insatiable, made for you if you say you objective. Hard truth offering, no offense, just perspective. Come get your dosage and go with me. We spit it like poetry. The pivot was pivotal. Could rhyme here, but I'd rather not. Some say Scotty, some call him Scott. The best one since Stewart. If you know, then you know. But if you don't, then you're lost. Let me be frank for a minute, cause we all know that's how Perry be. Break it down the game for what it was. No apologies. This my hypothesis. You tune in, you're like watching it. It's common sense, obvious, competent, rugged, and confident. Hey, we outspoken. We outspoken. We outspoken. This is outspoken, and we gon' put on a show, even if we hear you say I can't see. It's outspoken.
Hey, back. I think we got another one. They ain't think we can do it, but we still here.
What is going on, everybody? You already know what it is. It's your boy Scotty back with another one, man. Listen, happy Monday. My bad. You already know that. My bad. And listen, you already know this. Can't give it up, my brother, without another. Your boy, your co-host, the Southern grad, Mr. Perry White.
I'm everybody's favorite person. What's up? They be looking for me. What's up with it? Happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day, man. Happy Labor Day. How was your weekend, by the way? Because my team won. I don't know what your team did, but my team won.
It was filled with watching college football for week one. I'm just glad it's college football back in the mix.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. My team had me popping a lot of pills. Listen, I thought I was gonna have some blood pressure medicine because they had to come back from like 11 down in the fourth quarter. I'm like, I know. I was like, why they gotta make it hard for me? Why can't I just sit back and enjoy the game and just be like, look at fam do what fam do? But no, they gotta have your boy blood pressure all boiling up inside, people was talking so much cash money shit to me on the channel, on the stream, when the game was going on.
That's why you tell them, hey, don't speak too soon.
Don't speak too soon. Especially when you got that guy, the Mr. Make It Happen. Please give it up today for Mr. Daniel Richardson. What's good, D?
What's going on, man?
Man, listen, listen, bro. I can't call it, D. What's going on?
Everything good,
man.
See if you can turn it sideways.
I got you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Listen, man. Your first 2 weeks in the SWAC have probably been one of the, I can't say, I'm not a historian, so I can't say the most epic, but they've been great. What is it about this team that makes you guys so resilient and so special?
First thing I would say, we don't give up. As everybody can see, I mean, we got a hard-fought team. Guys is coming from a winning culture. You know, just the last year team, a lot of guys are, we're champions. And, guys coming in, that was the first thing we say, man, we need to run it back. And, it's a new team, a new era, Coach Cozy era, and, that's what we're going to do.
Now, go ahead.
What's the big difference for you transferring and coming from FBS to FCS? What are you seeing in the difference, especially with the HBCU level?
I mean, I would probably say in the trenches, the guys are just probably a little bit much smaller. But other than that, I think speed-wise is about the same. I mean, secondary, receivers, everybody can make plays because a lot of guys are – HBCU is a thing. So a lot of guys have been transferring in and out of schools and coming from FBS to FCS programs. So at the end of the day, we could match up with anybody.
Now, listen, I've seen a lot of great cores, right? Like you got great running backs, but your tight ends are a different type of group. Like it seems like you guys can go two tight ends and, usually it would limit a team's offense.
Right.
But with you guys, you can exploit it over the top. You can still run the ball. Talk a little bit about your tight ends and how special they are.
Well, I would say the whole tight end room, man, starting from you got to think Carter, you got Kobe, you got Pruitt. A lot of those guys, I mean, those guys played a lot of football. That's number one. And just that core room, all those guys can make plays. And as you've seen this past weekend, two guys, they stepped up to the plate, especially, this week they tried to cover Gasket, and try to double team him and opened up for the tight ends this game.
I like it. Quick question for you, D. What you tell your team down 11 in the fourth quarter? Because listen, I was over here sweating. I don't know what you was doing. I don't know what you was doing, but I was sweating. Now, listen, I had faith in you, right? I'm on my channel. I'm talking about, Coach Henry need to let Daniel cook. He cooking right now. He's seeing the field. You're doing your thing. But what did you tell your team down 11 in the fourth quarter? Because it seemed like you guys didn't blink. You guys were driving all game, just little mistakes here and there. But what did you tell your team?
Well, Gasset he nudged me. I was on the bench because, we had the turnover and they ended up scoring. So it was 8. When they scored, it was 18-7. I kind of dropped my head a little bit and he nudged me like, hey, bro, we got to win this game. And I can't say what I want to say. But,
Yeah.
But he's like, we need to win this game. And I was just like, I looked at him. I said, I got you. He shocked because my eyes were I got googly eye, like my eyes got big. I'm like, oh yeah, I strapped my butt, chin strap up. And I told the center, I said, we finna go down 85, 90 plus yards, go score. We're gonna get the ball, we're gonna go for 2, come back, gonna score again, win this game. It was like, let's do it. So that's what we did.
Now I gotta ask you, what is your exact size, height, and weight?
So I'm 5'10". I'm 6 feet on a good day.
With the right cleats, with the right cleats.
Yeah, with the right cleats. But I'm legit 5'10". We did the measurable. It was like 5'10", like a half. And then I'm actually 205. I weighed it at 207 the other day. Everybody be thinking like I weigh a lot. It's not that. I got that doggone rib cage on, so it may look like it, but it's like, you know, I'm like, what they say? I don't want to say I'm thick, but you know how it is.
Hold on now.
No diddy.
But yeah, I do got a little weight on me, but you know, that's about it.
And I asked that because, I mean, you do look bulky when you out there. And I saw a play at South Carolina when you guys was playing South Carolina State. You found a way to get out of the pocket, and that was a defender. I mean, he was right there on you. He couldn't quite grab you. But what I do like about your game, man, you keep your eyes down the field. You always looking to make a play. And that's what I want to ask next in terms of being a quarterback. You know, were you always a quarterback your entire life? And then who was the guy that you looked at growing up that you wanted to be like in terms of a quarterback?
Oh, when I first started playing football, I wanted to be like Cam Newton, you know, Michael Vick, wanted to be running. And then, like, I would say probably in high school, I mean, I used to watch Miami Northwestern. So Ja'Cory Harris was my favorite quarterback at the time. So I took stuff from his game as well. But, like, at the end of the day, like, as a quarterback, you just got to make great decisions, you know. And I always keep my eyes down the field because, you know, just like Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, those guys, they keep their eyes on the field and try to make a way, try to make a play. And at the end of the day, third down is money down, and you gotta stay on the field to keep that defense off. So that's what we got to do.
I absolutely love it. What makes you like? I mean, you can't ask for a better start to a career in the SWAC. A 2-time National Player of the Week, over 250 yards, no interceptions. What makes you ready for these moments? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because some people, as former football players, you always say some people are made in the lights and some people shrink in the lights. And It seems like when the lights get bright for you, it's just like you become more of a gamer. So where has that came from? Where does that, you know, that ghost spirit come from?
Well, just being mentally prepared, you know, I would pretty much say. And throughout the week, I mean, just watching a lot of film. I mean, yeah, I watch film on the opponent, but I just watch other quarterbacks and see what they do, you know, because I take stuff from little pieces of everybody's game or whatever and turn it into my own. And at the end of the day, like, I would probably say what hit me was like late June, my grandmother passed away. Like this season really dedicated to her for real. So that's why, you know, I'm going so hard.
I like it. Couple more. I got one more. Perry, I assume he got one more. My last question is, do you have a game ritual that you do? Like, because I love to hear like players, each player have their own thing.
You know, I mean, like pregame ritual. You know, I also DJ as well. So like, people are like,
wait. What's your DJ name, bro?
DJ D Rich.
All right,
Okay.
So, like,
is it like a DJ D Rich? Okay.
I got all that. So I mean, I do it all. Parties, birthday parties, whatever you need, I got you. But like I listen to music. You know, I listen to a little gospel. You know, get my mind, my spirit going. I pray before, and then after that, shoot, my first song I go to is Shawty Low. They know.
They know.
Hey.
What you know about that? That's good. It go.
Well, I gotta say, because you a DJ, anybody that's on here listening that's FAMU, man, it may not be an NIL deal, but y'all better book this dude for your wedding, bar mitzvah, birthdays, baby showers, man. Book this dude so he can DJ y'all party, and you can go ahead and cut in the check. I gotta ask, right? You came from Florida Atlantic. I know the things is thinging in Florida Atlantic, but when you got the FAMU, that HBCU for you, was your eyes big when you looked around first day of class?
Yeah.
You know, what was that experience like for you?
It was a good experience. It was definitely like a culture shock because it felt like I was in high school all over again. You know, like being at the PWIs is a lot different than coming on, this HBCU campus. So, I love it. Just like having set on Fridays, fried chicken Wednesday. Shoot, I gotta say all that. But fried fish Friday, like, man.
That's for the culture, baby. That's for the culture.
Other than that, get me a good old fruit punch with a lemonade, call it a flop, heard me, that's it. But other than that, it's straight though.
Hey, D-Rich, man, you keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep killing it, man. Listen, I'm rooting for FAMU. I ain't graduated from FAMU. FAMU is my bandwagon team for the season, man. Listen, just keep making me look good. That's all I ask. You just keep making me look good, and y'all keep doing your thing. Go ahead, Pete.
Let me get in one more question with it, man. Coach Cozy taking over the program year one. Willie Simmons is gone, and you stuck with the program with coming in, man. Talk about why you stuck with Coach Cozy, with FAMU, and what he has been like since you've been there with him taking over this program, getting you guys prepared each and every week.
One thing, Coach Cozy is a Miami guy. He's a Miami native. That's number one. At the end of the day, he gave me an opportunity. That's what I really wanted, opportunity to be, starting quarterback at FAMU. And, he gave me that opportunity. I competed my butt off, and, the rest is going to be history.
I like it, man. We gonna keep you in the wings, man. Appreciate you, D-Rich, for your time, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing.
Thank you for having me.
All right, bro. Appreciate you. Hey, listen, that was Daniel D-Rich. DJ D-Rich.
They know.
Hey, that just go hard. That's a classic right there. That's the classic. Rest in peace, Shawty Low. Rest in peace, Shawty Low. The one thing I always liked about D-Rich, I just love his demeanor, right? Like when he's in the press conferences, he has that FAMU swag to him. Like it's like he's been at FAMU his whole life.
He's grown, man. He's got a maturity to him. You
know what I'm saying? And he just comes with, it's not an arrogance, but it's a confidence that he has in himself, and it fits FAMU so well. You know what I'm saying? Like him saying, we don't lose at Bragg, and he goes out and his first home game, he don't lose, right? So it's like all that plays into that whole esteem of that FAMU or that Bragg different. Like you got to embody that and really live up to it. And he's doing a damn good job of it.
Yeah, he is, man. And congratulations. I'm glad we was able to get him on. First interview of the season, man.
Yeah. Can we get a drink champs clap? Yeah. All right, let's get into a little hot and viral. Well, P, one thing that we do take pride here on the Outspoken and Off-Script platform is we like to bring a little receipts to the game. And you had some time, and you said you wanted to make an announcement to the PV fans. So if you would just go ahead and do what you do.
Well, first of all, PV, I've been looking for you, nigga. Y'all been talking to me for 2 weeks, begging me, shouting out your sections. I'm trying to change my life, Scotty. I'm trying to be better, and with me being better, that testimony of me being better, right?
Yeah.
But we often, when you go to church, they ask them that when it's that time for people to be saved, that altar call, right? And what does the pastor typically say?
Who's coming to altar call?
The
altar is open.
PV, where you at? Will there be one? See, after my L's, I have to face the people. I'm on here in front of y'all. I took 5 L's last year in front of y'all, confident. But see, I still get on here and I let y'all, you can say whatever you want about me in the comment section. You can go crazy because that's what y'all gonna do anyway. But I still sit here and I go through all of this. PV, where you at? Will there be one?
Hey, the pastor say, hey, everybody put your head down. You know what I'm saying? Everybody put your head down. Let them walk in there. No shame. No shame.
The doors of all script are now open. Will there be one? Will there be one? Because I get on here each and every week. Win or lose, I got to take it. That's just part of the game. I talk my talk, but the way, didn't I say they should have held up the way they was talking to me?
You said it.
I said instead of worried about Southern, you need to be worried about Texas Southern. They were so worried about me. They bet me the game not until a few more weeks. You so worried about me, you forgot what was right in front of you. That's what I said. Rick James said it best. I should have never gave you niggas money. You know why? Because they didn't know how to act with a little success, did they? It went to their head. We making 2024 swag championship shirts. We gonna call in. We gonna antagonize Perry. We gonna do all this. Want to bet me? I mean, all of a sudden now where y'all at? And that's what I'm trying to figure out. Y'all get a little taste of success and then just lost yourself. Oh, what? Oh, why not PV? 2024 swag champ. I mean, I don't understand, bro. This is why I'm just telling you, watch what you say. Be humble in what you do.
Now, Pete, if you remember, D called in, D Black, PV alum. He said, man, Scotty, I'm just happy for us to be on the Summer Jam screen. Then he said he was just happy to be the main event. Now,
very humble. But who was that last dude last week?
Oh, yeah, where he at?
Where he at? I mean, he said, you want to talk shit? I'll talk shit. Where you at to talk shit? Where you at? Probably somewhere crying. Jordan emojis all over PV on Saturday. Throughout the stadium, in the parking lot, in their car, they just, I can't believe we lost to Texas. How we lose to Texas Sunday? I can't believe it. Oh, my God, we lost to Texas. Mm-hmm. It ain't so fun when the rabbit got the gun in.
Ain't it? It ain't.
It's very humbling. I want y'all to get a big old slice of that humble pie. Enjoy it. Because it's humbling. It brought you back down to reality. You was feeling yourself. Now here we are with receipts. What you got?
Oh, yeah.
As a sophomore, Lucas Cooley, right? Appeared in one game, played 3 snaps. They put the Bama on punt return.
Oh, goddamn.
And this is the guy Bama's supposed to be worried about?
Oh, goddamn.
I'm petty.
Worry about, see, you're worrying about the wrong thing. I need you to figure out your excuses when your guy, who's only appeared in 3 games, was on a quarterback on punt return. Where do they do that at? What quarterback is on punt return? The nigga not getting in the game. The nigga not getting in the game. That's who's on punt return. Get the fuck out of here, man. This is what y'all. What? Oh, in Cooley we trust. Come on, man. What are we talking about? What are we talking about, man? You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about? This. My. Keep talking, PV. Keep talking.
You can't stop the rain.
Whoa, boy, because when y'all Bama start losing, maybe it's them 3 games he appeared in. He said you got to start somewhere.
Listen, man.
Hey, PV versus everybody was doing a tour last week, wasn't he? He was all over social media on folk shows. Where he at?
Boy, he was everywhere. He was on G's Jank. He went on Wayne's World. He went
Where you at, PV versus everybody?
Dog, where you at, Lionel?
Where you at?
Can't find him.
Somebody tell him Perry and Scotty looking for him.
Hey, look.
Who that dude from last week? What's his name?
Who the dude from last week?
The one who was talking greasy to me.
Oh, on the phone?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't catch his name though.
How we didn't catch his name? He's supposed to have a $50 bet. I won't see that $50 ever.
I got his number though.
Can we call him live right now? You ain't never called nobody, have you? They always call. Let's call him.
Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Yeah, let's call him.
Let me see. Oh yeah, it's right here. Okay.
Oh yeah, let's call him. Can we call him?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Let me see this out. Now I haven't done the Bluetooth on this one, but let me see if I can figure it out real quick. Boom. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm working with something now. Okay.
We ain't there. This the first time ever.
All right. Let me see. All right. Let me go here. All right. Let me see. Okay. Yeah. We working. We cooking with grease now. Let me see. See, you hear that? You heard that, P? You heard that ding?
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it? Let me see. I'm about to call him right now. Tell me if you can hear these numbers. I'm dialing it right now.
I can't hear nothing.
You can't hear nothing?
His labor that his ass might be off today. Good. He need to be.
Did you hear that?
Let
me see. Do you hear that? Oh, there's no point to call him then if you can't hear it.
Damn, you can hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah,
can you speak on behalf of me?
Oh man, you stupid. Let me see. Yeah, it was not. Your sound ain't working. I thought it was going So this is the new. Okay, so I got my Rodecaster Pro 2. This jank is not as easy as my Rodecaster Pro 1. So I'm just saying that right now. Let me take this Bluetooth off because it's gonna get on my nerves. All these dinging and bells and all that stuff. No diddy. All right, but
I just want to talk to him.
I mean, listen. I that's all I got for you.
It's okay. It's all right. Maybe maybe PV people will show up at some point in the show. I don't know. Maybe so.
All right, hold on real quick. They tell me, hold on.
Oh, I heard whatever that is. I hear you texting. Well, you text pretty fast.
Yeah, I'm texting him right now.
You texting him?
Yeah. He's calling my phone, but I want him to call into the show. Hold on, let me see. 263. I just texted him. I said he called my phone. I said, "No, call the show."
Yeah, call in, baby. This ain't no private stuff. This is for the public. This for everybody.
I mean, he texted me right now. I gotta wait for the bubbles, guys. The bubbles.
Yeah.
Let me see what he says. I was about to show, but I don't want to put his number on.
Yeah, I would put his number out here. We have the whole sweat call his ass asking what happened to PV. We want to know.
Hey, what's taking him so long?
We can move on because he know the number. He used it last week.
Nah.
He know the number. He know the number for sure.
All right, let's get to these week 1 game recaps.
We'll come back to you, PV.
He said, "I will give me a few, cleaning up and putting on my bulletproof jacket on." Right.
Oh, okay.
So all right, when he call in, I'll get to it. All right, let's take a look at these picks, though. Your boy went 13-1, no 13-2, and you went 11-3, 11-3, something like that. 11-4, yeah, 11-4. So I think that should be a 5.
I said 11-4. That's not right.
Nah, because you were already 0-1, so it should be 11-5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, but anyway,
That's why I be saying we need a recount one at a time. We get to the end of the season.
Anyway, so you can see the game that you lost. We both picked PV. We both lost that.
Why we did that? Why did we do that? Why did we do that? Let's ask ourselves that before we move any further. Why did we do that?
I thought they had the mental. Hurdle over them. You know what I'm saying? I really thought that they've been beating them for so long. Chris Dishman, a new coach. I just thought it was all leaning towards PV. But I did text KJ and told KJ, I said, this is the year that they can get clipped because they got a new quarterback, new OC, and it all came back to haunt them. Now, the real question is why you picked Southern over McNeese. But
I mean, didn't it look like it for 3 damn quarters?
I was never worried.
For 3 quarters, didn't it look like it? I mean, I'm pretty sure half the people in here don't watch football that much anyway. They just look for final scores. But for 3 quarters, it damn sure looked like it. It got away from us in the 4th quarter. We'll get to that when we get there. But for 3 quarters, you see why I had picked up. But I'm here. I gotta face the music. I'm here.
Yeah. You gotta face that must win. Let's go. Let's continue on. Sacred Heart. Delaware State pulls it out against Sacred Heart. What a win. Come on, Delaware. Delaware. And then everything else is right, of course. Morgan State beat Hampton. ECU beat your beloved. Do I have it on here?
You can't hear it.
What just happened? It was just doing just fine. Let me see. You're gonna make me have to turn this thing off and turn it back on. Messing with you, man. Can we call them?
Man, it wasn't you. We couldn't hear stuff before then.
Messing with you.
Now you want to blame it on me. Like it's my damn fault. Blame it on PV. It's PV fault.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah.
And America hears you. But shout out to Delaware State, man. You know what I said last week? This looked like a winnable game for them. It was something with Sacred Heart. This was a winnable game, man, and they pulled it out by 2 points. You know, we'll get to it, but shout out to Delaware State.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, good. Anyway, all right, Texas Southern, Lord have mercy. Tennessee State pulled it out against Valley. Wasn't much of a contest, but they did what they did and knocked them out. Now, there we go. There we go. That's how it's supposed to look. What I did was that was for the week. You went 11-4 for the week.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how you got 11-5 here, 14-2. Let's get into the breakdown of the actual games. Now, starting off with the Sunday header, the OBC Classic, featuring #1 in the SWAC and #1 in the MEAC. Bama State took on NCCU 24-31. Perry, go ahead, my man, break it on down.
Oh, man, I've been waiting a long time to get back to this right here because y'all know I like to give you the whole thing about what happened, right? You see the final score. Let's talk about the details. 31-24, North Carolina Central leaves out of Miami with the victory. Eddie Robinson Jr. heads back to Alabama with a loss. And in this ball game, North Carolina Central 31, Bama State 24. 15 first downs for the Eagles in this ball game. And all I kept hearing, the Eagles are soaring. They're flying high throughout the entire game. On the other side, 16 for Bama State first downs. North Carolina Central went 4 of 10 in this ball game on third downs. Bama State 4 of 12. Total yards, 270 yards for North Carolina Central, 295 for Bama State, 270 total. Out of that 270 for North Carolina Central, 119 rushing, 119 passing, 151 rushing. On the other side for Alabama State, 295 yards of that, 88 passing, 207 on the ground. 2 turnovers for Alabama State in this ball game by way of interceptions. Early on, this looked like this was about to get out of hand. North Carolina Central went up 21-0 early in the second half, but then A.J. Gates Jr. on an 82-yard kick return for a touchdown. breathes life back into the Hornets in this ball game. You look at Walker Harris comes into this game 9 of 18 for 119 yards, a touchdown. Jamari Taylor, hey, might be my new favorite player in HBCU football. This kid, the tenacity, the hard will to want to get to that end zone, and he found himself in the end zone many times on yesterday. 24 carries, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns, also 2 receptions for 18 yards and a touchdown. And then Cole Jones with an interception for a pick 6 that was crucial in this ball game. That pick 6 to me is one of the difference makers when you look at this final score. On the other side, Andrew Body. The kid just bulked up. Did you see how big he looked?
Yeah.
Just bulked up, and he was everything for Alabama State, exactly what I thought he would be. 4 of 6 on the passing side for 27 yards, but the eye-popping numbers, 15 carries for 134 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was everything they needed. It just wasn't enough late in that ball game as North Carolina Central found a way to close it out. I was very impressed with Andrew Body, and it wasn't necessarily his arm, it was his legs. And I think for most people, when you saw him lined up back there, they ran a 2-quarterback system, but you saw Andrew Body in the backfield, not at quarterback, but at lining up at running back was a little odd. It was different. You could try to tell they wanted to be creative with him, but it was something different. What I could tell, a lot of people did not like what they saw when it came to that. But nonetheless, you had an opportunity to see the potential of what I've been saying, and you've been saying as well, of what this kid has. And I think he put it on full display. Unfortunately, it just was not enough, as those 2 turnovers for Alabama State was costly and put them behind in the game. 1 for a pick 6 that ultimately changed the score that you see now. And then late, about 30-something seconds left in the ball game, that pretty much sealed the deal.
Listen, I don't know what the game plan was. I don't know why they did what they did, but seeing what I saw on the field and watching what we watched on national television, you cannot tell me that Andrew Body did not win that quarterback position in the first half. He's the only reason the game is even competitive. The only reason. So for me, I do not understand why
the situation was what it was. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It just doesn't make any sense to me of why it was what it was, and why Eddie Robb continued to put that white boy out there when he was ass. Straight ass. So, oh, Jesus Christ. It looked bad. It just looked bad.
But I mean, nonetheless, you hear me like an echo.
Yeah, go ahead. You're good.
All right. Nonetheless, though, when you look at this, they were still in the ball game. I mean, they battled back when it looked like it was 21-0 early in the second quarter. It almost felt like this game was going to be a complete wash, but they still found a way. And I know a lot of people did not like the unorthodox offensive calls that you saw from Alabama State and what they were doing with Andrew Body, but they didn't get blew out in this game. They found a way to crawl back. And I mean, I know a lot of people may not like what Eddie Robb did with his decision making, but this game at the end really wasn't quite that bad. A mistake here, a mistake there. But to me, it wasn't that bad for Alabama State. They still found themselves in a dogfight with North Carolina Central, 31-24, when it looked like this thing was about to be over.
Then to me, if you're telling me that it wasn't that bad, then you're not watching the coaching, because it wasn't because of the coaching. It was because of Andrew. Andrew's the only reason this game was not that bad.
And that's what I mean. I still got to put it on. I still got to equate it to the players, right? The player is the one going out there making the plays. Andrew Body made all the plays on top of AJ Gates Jr. with that kickoff return. But still, nonetheless, they made it a ball game.
No, Andrew made it a ball game. It's not no they. Like I thought
somebody had to block for him.
They were putting Andrew in the bro. It's literally like what you say about HBCUs, how white people gave us the worst stuff and we make the best. That is literally what Andrew was giving time after time after time. They'll put him in 3rd and 13, 3rd and 15, and expect him to make a play, and he would. 4th and 14. And he runs for a 40-yard touchdown.
It was a great run, too.
That's different.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, it ain't like you got to explain it to me. I put it on full display last week talking about Andrew Body, and I said if there was going to be a will to win this game, it was going to have to start and end with Andrew Body on the national stage. This was the game he's been waiting for in his whole career, being in the sweat to be able to showcase. And he had a national television audience on ESPN, and I think he put it on for everybody to see. But unfortunately, it was mostly with his legs, and we didn't get a chance, like I think what you're alluding to. We didn't get to see it with his arm. And I heard you say this previously, that he's not one of the top high school quarterbacks in Texas football history for no reason. But clearly it had to be something with E-Rob where he did not want him to throw the ball, clearly.
Listen, I would rock with you, and your PV dude's on the call line too. So we'll finish this segment and then we'll go to him.
We got a whole show.
So what my issue is this, right? Is that I would give it to you if this was his first time. This isn't, see, that's the thing. This ain't his first go around with effing over quarterbacks. That's my issue. He did it with Miles Crawley. He did it with Damian Stewart, and now he's doing it with Andrew Body. So it's not the quarterbacks. It's the head coach and his philosophy. So, but
if he was just, all right, it is Andrew Body. But if the team was just truly horrible, North Carolina Central takes no prisoners, okay? This thing would have been completely ugly the way that we thought it was about to turn into when it was 21-0. I'm just saying, regardless of the fact they found a way to get back into this game and held them to 10 points after that 21-0 lead. That's still a team. Now, was it the best calls by E-Rob? No, it was not. I agree with you. But they still found a way to make it a ball game, even if it's Andrew Body. Andrew Body is a part of this football team. There's no I in team, regardless of how we look at it. We're going to forget that and throw that all on Andrew Body.
But there is a me. And God damn it, it was him. It was,
yes.
Look, I need you to look at this. Andrew had 9 less carries in the running back at NCCU, and it had more yards and the same amount of touchdowns. And Jamari Taylor was everything for NCCU.
Jamari Taylor was everything.
He was everything. There was no passing attack for NCCU because Jonah O'Brien couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, and he wouldn't let Andrew throw.
And what is it about Andrew throwing? What is it? Is it something to the arm? No. Is it something to the, like, what is it that he restricted him from throwing?
No, I'm telling you, when you say you're using a 2 quarterback system, you're saying this: one guy is better at throwing, the other guy's better at running. That's really what you're doing. That's literally what he did. I'm gonna bring the white boy in to throw. I'm gonna bring Andrew Body in to run. So instead of you just getting it for one player, you're trying to get the best out of each player. But Jonah sucked at throwing the ball. So why is he even in the game?
Jonah 5 of 11 for 61 yards, 2 interceptions, and those 2 interceptions cost Bama State the game, a pick 6, and then at the end of the game to pretty much seal the deal.
So explain to me how you're bringing in a guy who you say is a better thrower, and he's the one putting you in the circumstances that you're in. It didn't make any sense, and not no logical sense. And I'm going to say it every freaking day. There's no way this is not a fireable offense. Now, the only thing that's saving him is because SWAC people only care about SWAC games. But if this was any other program on a higher level, Brody, you're gone. You're gone. A major national game, all eyes on deck, and everybody sees this coaching malfeasance. Everybody can tell that Andrew's the starting quarterback. Everybody can tell that white boy's ass, and you continue to trot him back out there. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Does this look fixable?
No. Okay. As it is right now, no. And word on the street is that Andrew Body's not coming back.
After one game,
he's not. Listen, if I was Andrew's blood brother, I'm telling you straight up, and let me blow myself up. No diddy. If I was Andrew's blood brother, I would be in Montgomery. We wouldn't even be doing this show today. I would be in Montgomery, and Eddie Robb would have to come see me.
Let me ask you this, because clearly you practiced all week and you went through fall camp to get to this point. Was there not signs that this was going to happen, that this was going to be a game plan? Like, to us, it may be like, what the hell? But, I mean, if Andrew Body's there, was this not a sign as you practiced throughout the week that this potentially was going to be the game plan against NCCU? It ain't, I mean, it couldn't have come at a surprise. Like, when they get out there, he said, Andrew, you're going to play running back today, all right? We starting Jonah. Hey, it is what it is. This couldn't have, it came as a surprise to us because that's the whole reason everybody's even high on Alabama State. It's the whole reason why I'm even here for Alabama State is Andrew Body, right? Yeah. But it couldn't have came as a surprise to him as they came out Sunday and lined up. That's why I don't understand. Like, this had to be a discussion before the game or in the game plan leading up to the game to where it was new for us, but it couldn't have been new for him and everybody on that team.
I listen, I do not know. I haven't talked to the bodies personally, so this is just my prep. I'm speaking off my gut and my spirit. My spirit tells me this, that Andrew is such a competitor. He's like, you know what? If this is what you're going to do, I'm going to show you that I'm the best option for it. I'm going to do it because I'm a team player. I'm going to do what the team is asking me. I'm going to do what you're asking me to do. But I'm going to show you that there is no doubt that I'm the guy. And that's what he did, even with just running the ball. I'm showing you that I'm better than this white boy, and I don't even have to throw the ball. That's how crazy is that, P? I'm showing you I'm a better quarterback than your white boy, and I don't even got to throw the ball. That's what Andrew did. That night.
And this is the point what I'm saying. He lined them both up out there. Andrew at the running back position next to the quarterback, right, in the shotgun formation. That had to be something that they practiced. And I mean, at that point, when they started practicing that had to be something if Andrew felt so he had to ask questions like, Coach, what's going on? Like, this supposed to have been something before leading up to the game that if it was going to be that big of a deal, it would have showed itself already amongst Andrew to Eddie Robb and who was going to start in Jonah. But for us, it was new. But I'm just saying it couldn't have just came directly at game time, getting the game. Hey, you're going to play running back. Get out there. You're going to be next to Jonah.
This ain't no, but Perry, this ain't no SEC, right? Like, if some dumb shit like this was happening down in Georgia with Carson Beck and another guy, everybody in the SEC would know about it because there's so many damn writers. They'd be like, man, they practiced today. We saw two quarterbacks in the backfield lineup.
And I guess I'm asking because you put in the frustration on Andrew, which I can understand if he's not being able to be QB1, but to say he didn't know, he had to have known that's what this was going to be.
I'm not saying he didn't know. I just explained to you. I believe that, in my personal opinion, I believe Andrew is a team player. And once they told him the role that they were going to put in for him as this type of gadget player, Andrew said, you know what? Okay, cool. I'm a roll with the team. I'm a team player, But in me doing it, I'm going to show you that I'm better than your guy. And he did without even throwing the ball. So my issue is this. If it's a 2-quarterback system, and the only real reason why teams do 2-quarterback systems is to find out, you know what, who's going to step up and take over the team? Who's going to really show that it's their team? And they want – Andrew did that in the first half, and it's not even a question. So after that, after the first half, the white boy should have been holding the clipboard, sending in the signals. That's
it. And we on the same page. I think for me, I'm just saying this couldn't have come at a surprise to the team. It could have came as a surprise to us. Because trust me, when I saw it, I said, what? When I first saw him lining up at running back, I was totally surprised by it.
Listen, I cannot confirm nor deny, right? All I'm telling you is I will be completely shocked if Andrew took another snap at Alabama State.
That's crazy.
I would be completely shocked if Andrew Body took another snap at Alabama State. That's all I'm going to say.
That's crazy.
That's all I'm going to say. Because if it was
all of this hype, everything that's there, and then boom, one game, and then, hey, see you later.
They better get that freshman ready. And he's no scrub. I ain't gonna. He probably better than Jonah O'Brien right now. Right? I'm probably better than Jonah O'Brien right now. You know what I'm saying? But that it is what it is. We're gonna go to now. Let's get to this grade report. We asked, what grade would you give? Please explain your grades, Professor Perry.
Well, I gave Trey Oliver A-. I mean, I think when you saw his team come out, they hit on all cylinders early. They jumped up 21-0, and at no point did they have to play from behind. And for that, I thought that was just tremendous. He found a way to get his team to win. And what I really believe, he kept his team in the game even through a delay. I listened to him in the post game. He said, just keeping these guys fed, keeping them going, because as you know, a delay can kill the momentum of a team. It can completely flatline you. But he found a way to keep them in the game and found a way to win the game, even when it seemed like they back was up against the wall with everything Andrew Body was doing to bring Alabama State in. On the other side, I'll go C+. Am I being nice? Very nice, But at the end of the day, why I'm gonna say a C+ is this team was down 21-0. Yes, it was Andrew Body. Yes, AJ Gates did do something, but still, nonetheless, you got to talk to your team. Even in a delay, you got to talk to your team. They found themselves back in the game. Now, if this game had just gotten blown wide open along with everything that we're talking about, D, really F. But still, they found a way to make this thing still where it was a touchdown game. So I'll give them a C+, and that's just being nice because they found a way to still make it a game that just of a touchdown.
I listen. I did lean towards you. Listen, I when I was thinking it and I was breaking it down, I said I can't fail them because it wasn't a blowout, right? But you listen, I don't know what state allowed. Some states D is passing, some states D's are failing. I hope
you in the private school or not,
Yeah, but I gotta give them a D. I gotta give them a D. I can't give them an F because, like Perry said, they were on a drive to tie the game. That just is what it is, right? But gotta give them a D. If it was, I'm talking, I'm talking about like a 60.5. Like this ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, bro, you are barely above a 59. You get what I'm saying?
Your last nerves, like, boy, if you breathe wrong, it's over.
Dog. I mean, if you forgot your pencil at the crib, I'm failing you. Like, did you put the date on it? Fail. Like, come on, man. It's sickening. But let's talk to these PV fans. I see Lionel's in the chat.
We got to do that right now.
Yes, we do. Because I'm not man sit on this chat all the time. And after he called in and you called him to the altar. Hello, Mr. Edwards, sir.
All right, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Can you hear him?
Hold on just a second. Can you hear? Hold on. Can y'all hear as far as my TV being on?
Yes, I can. Perry, you can't hear him?
I hear him, bro.
All right, yeah, we can.
Okay, all right. I'm just trying to make sure my TV is not a problem for you. All right.
Yeah, turn your TV down for us.
Right. Yeah, I can. I was just trying to make sure that this is not loud.
He trying to play something because he want us to hear it is what he trying to do.
Let me put my disclaimer out there. I think that you're giving I'm thinking that you're giving them a bad score. I think that you should at least give them like a C+, based on the score I want to give, but a C+, D-, something like that.
You shouldn't be talking about nobody. You lost to Texas Southern, and you didn't even get in the double digits. You didn't even get in the double digits.
I'm going to talk about PV.
Why are you handing out grades?
All right. So now you want to just talk crazy, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's just go straight to PV. That's fine.
Thank you.
What the hell happened?
I apologize. I guess you only called me. I didn't call you to talk about PV only. I thought it was about everybody, but that's fine.
Oh, definitely not everybody.
PV versus everybody.
I got my jacket on, so shoot your bullet.
What happened? You was talking big cash monies, yeah.
Because I want to know what you and all the people that you shouted out in your section, what y'all was talking about amongst each other as that clock was going to get. If y'all even made it through the fourth quarter, I'm sure y'all headed toward the exit. Y'all was like, you know what? Fuck this.
Well, I can't say that I stayed until the game was over, till the massacre was over. But I'm gonna do this because I can barely hear you. It's like we're talking at the same time.
Go ahead. Okay, we're gonna let you talk. Go ahead.
I can't hear y'all. That's what it is.
Yeah, it was quiet in that stadium, just like that, wasn't it?
Okay, now you're saying, oh, now you want to talk about it's quiet to say. Yeah, it did get quiet very about the halftime. It was pretty quiet.
Oh, he's so humble tonight. Who is this guy?
Hey,
Who the hell is this? This can't be the same person that was riled up on my bumper last week. No, Diddy.
Okay.
Now he's just so humble. He just so yes. How y'all doing tonight? Good. How your mama? How your daddy? Everybody good?
Okay, I can hear it now. When you lose, you have to show some. When you lose, you have to show some humility. Okay. When you lose, you have to show some humility. All right. Now, just like I see you change your color of your outfit, you show some humility also. But the point is, you do have to show some humility. I actually thought he was gonna put the T-shirt on the back of the wall for at least us to see it, since he said when the playoffs is out of contention. But anyway, so
have him out, Scotty. Put it up there, Scotty.
We lost again. Now, do I think that the season is over? I don't think the season is over. Do I? Yeah.
With that yellow, that you must have the whole PV Nation in the background.
Yeah. Now, I'm willing to take this bullet that y'all want to throw for all of the PV people. I'll take it for everybody. I'll take the bullet for everybody. Do I think the season is over? I don't think the season is over. Do I think the door closed or start closing? I do think the door start closing.
I just want y'all to get back to reality and be humble, because what y'all was talking for 2 weeks. I mean, y'all came at me strong week 0 and coming into week 1. And now that you back to reality, and then not only that, you gave it up to a new coach, you gave it up at home, and you gave it up, and it was like all this sweat championship talking, all that, and you gave it up. And I told you, stop focusing on Southern and focus on Texas Southern. And you was doing all that shit talking. Now it's tough. Now you see what it's like to be Perry White when you got to get up here in front of the congregation after a loss, and you got to really hold your head up high. I still got my colors on and everything, but it ain't so easy to do this in front of people.
Perry, first of all, it's not tough.
Because y'all used to losing. That's why.
Oh,
losing in y'all DNA. That's why it ain't tough.
So first of all, it's not tough. I still got my bet to say we still gonna whoop y'all's ass. So yeah, so that's still clear. All right. The season is still not over whatsoever. Okay.
It's close.
Why you didn't stay to the end of the game?
The door is closing.
You didn't even stay for the alma mater. You got the hell up out of there.
It's not closed yet. Yeah.
You got out of there before the alma mater was played.
When you lose, you can't talk as much noise compared to when you win it. Yeah.
But you
that's a lie.
But
that's a lie.
Yes. What the hell is that yelling in the background?
You listening to you through the TV.
Oh wait, goddamn.
Yeah, it's like I can't hear y'all. I mean, it's like we're talking at the same time.
So listen, Mr. Edwards. We go. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. All I know is
because y'all can't let me say nothing. I can't say nothing.
We just let you talk.
Bro, they sore losers, bro. It's tough.
Perry talking, and I'm just not.
Go ahead, Mr. Edwards. Whatever you want to say,
okay.
whatever excuse you want to make. Go ahead.
I'm saying we lost the game. I'm willing to accept all the bullets that you want to shoot. Do I think the season is over? I don't think the season is over. I still think that we're gonna beat SU when they come to town. All right. Now, just because you want to shoot the bullets, that's fine. Will you be able to shoot the bullets at the end of the season? I don't think you're gonna be able to. But I did wonder where you're gonna put the T-shirt on the back wall, because after you lost, what more can you say?
What I mean, you call. It's kind of hard for me to believe a team gonna call they shot like this and lose the first game of the season to a conference foe that they've been beating for the last 10 years.
And then talking about who gonna be shooting they shot. Regardless of if y'all ain't in the SWAC championship and won it, and y'all got no relevancy moving forward. Zero.
So you try. So are you saying that you gotta? Are you saying that? Oh my God. Are you saying that Southern has a better opportunity to win, go to the championship than PV?
I ain't out here proclaiming 2024 SWAC champion.
Are you trying to say that that Southern has a better chance to go to the championship than Prairie?
No, the real question is, Mr. Edwards, Are
Yes,
you
what's the real
still
question?
standing on the fact that you call that you got PV fanatics out here calling a shot, and you lost the first game against Texas Southern with a new OC, a new head coach, a new quarterback at home? Answer that.
I can answer that by saying that Prairie I can say that by saying that Prairie lost the game without making excuses with a new offensive coordinator, a new defensive coordinator, and having two new quarterbacks. But I'm not going to use it as
you
an
knew
excuse.
that. You knew that. Lionel knew that before he made these dumbass shirts.
Hey, there y'all go with that. This is Benjamin. I'm not lying. I didn't make the t-shirt. I'm still believing that they're going to go to the championship.
Okay. All right.
It ain't just going to it. It's a champion.
Will you have that same energy? Let me ask you, will you have that same energy where you going to call me when PV beats Southern? Will you have that same energy?
I got to come on here every day on Monday. Like, you know where to find me.
Will you have that same energy? Will you have that same energy?
I'm going to have this same energy all the way into the end of the season if y'all ain't hosting up the SWAC championship trophy, because that don't say SWAC Western Division champion. That says 2024 SWAC champion. And I'm listening to you today as you study trying to put it on Southern. We won game. I keep telling you, stop focusing on us.
I'm not putting it on Southern. I said this. Okay.
We already got our bet for the Southern game. So what the Southern game still got to do with this? It's understood that we got a $50 bet. That's so the Southern game is going to be what it's going to be.
I still believe that PV will be in the championship game.
All right.
After us losing.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll keep you in the loop. And
so are you gonna have that same energy? Is what I asked. Are you gonna call me and say, "Hey, jump on the call, Ben"?
You gonna have to win it.
You gonna have to win. And
you got to win it.
I promise you, every time you lose, I'm gonna call you.
You know what? Hey, Scotty, listen to this. You and Perry, I knew to be man up and say, you know what, take the shot, because I put myself out there.
You sure did.
You showed the hell did.
I was gonna be man enough to call. You just beat me to it.
Nah,
so I was gonna take
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Myself out there.
But I
ain't gonna be no fuck about it.
I made sure I screenshotted your number because I was like, hey, we made some money bets. I need my money.
Well, I don't know why you screenshot my number, but hey, you can wave your hand how you want to. That we both lost one game. Did we lose the first game?
I'm still undefeated in SWAC. I'm still 0-0. You at the bottom.
Southern is the only team that won in the West first, correct?
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
Okay. So again, the season is not over for us.
All right. I appreciate the call, though, Mr. B.
Bye.
All right. Woo! Barry dropped off. I think I don't know what. Let me text him, see what's going on with this. Let me see what's going on with Perry's internet. Perry always got something going on with his stuff. All right. Let me go to Lionel. What's up, Lionel?
Everybody! But we're not on that right now. We're not on that. That's not what y'all want. That's not what y'all here for. Hey, listen. I made the shirts, okay? Ain't nobody else make the shirts. I ain't sending no shirts to Africa. I don't know what Miss Campbell talking about. All right, this is premium quality.
You need to send them to Haiti. You need to send them to Haiti. They don't care about SWAC champions just because you ain't winning one.
First of all, don't disrespect my brothers in Haiti. You know what I'm saying? They kick the French out their country. All right, that's one. Two, listen, the SWAC champions still ours. Ain't nothing changed, man. Y'all act like it's something changed, man. I told y'all already. The SWAC script writers called me. I was like, listen, man, this ain't what you told me was in the script. They say, no. We told you what the end of the story was gonna be. We didn't say we told you how it's gonna happen, how it's gonna go down. They said, do you want a good movie or you want a great movie? I said, you know what, I like to be great. They said, all right, well, you might not like some twists and turns. But I say, is the end of the story still gonna be the same? Said PB still win the SWAC championship. I say, do what you do, then, script writers. Do what you do. Do what you do, but watch my shoes. I'm gonna just stay comfortable, right? And I'm gonna keep it moving, right? So the season ain't over. The season ain't over. That was horrible, a horrible game, right? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But listen, we take our licks, we get back up, and we keep moving forward. That's what we do.
Yeah. Okay. So I like the dancing around, I like the two-stepping you're doing, right? because
no two stepping.
you two stepping. No, you two stepping. You Chicago stepping right now. You are Chicago stepping. Oh yes, sir, you are. My thing is this, right? You're talking about script writers and all this. My question is as you continue to lose, because this will not be the first time. I want to be very clear. You are going to continue to lose. What then, script writer? What then?
Okay, good.
Where are you sending the shirts after that, script writer?
Listen, all this happened just so you can pin that t-shirt there. So every day you see game by game of us doing what we already said we're gonna do, you will look there and say, man, I need to take that t-shirt down. Because it's just irking my nerves every time I see it there. And PV is still moving toward that goal that I already said is going to happen. All right. So I just want you, my guy, to keep the t-shirt there. Just keep it there. Just keep it there. All right. Don't move it. Listen, we don't need to see OBG and all that other stuff. Listen, we good. Just keep it there. So everybody reminded week in, week out, what's about to happen this year.
And when it don't happen, then what?
You asked me about something that's not going to happen.
No. Because when I ask you,
that's like saying 2 + 2 is 7. Like I just can't. It don't register.
You know what don't register? I know what PV fans didn't register on Saturday that y'all could possibly lose to Texas Southern. That didn't register. When people were saying you could possibly lose to Texas Southern, that didn't register either. And what happened? You lost. So you might want to get your mind fixated on the possibility of these shirts going to Haiti. So I'm asking you again, if you lose again, what then?
Listen, you need to understand, first of all, I made the shirts, right? The shirts ain't going to Haiti. They ain't going to Africa. They going on my back and the back of everybody that purchased the service because we know what's about to happen, right? So listen, you just chill and get comfortable, right? I'm happy. I'm good. Listen. I got my feet kicked up. The bandwagon has cleared out. Like, I'm about to enjoy this ride very comfortable, right? I got my own row, got my own seat. You know what I'm saying? Got my own food. Ain't nobody in the cabin. So we straight. We good. And I can't wait to see it all transpire. So,
can you hear me, Scotty? Who is this we talking to?
PV versus everybody.
Oh, why so humble today? Why your feet kicked up? None of your feet on the ground with the boots, y'all. You know, you marching to the championship. Look like you slowed down a little bit. Is he there?
Lionel Guerrero?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry. Yeah, I'm here. My bad. Go ahead.
Ooh, it's so quiet up in this motherfucker tonight, boy. I mean, last week I couldn't get a word out. Everybody was talking.
Making stuff up. What are y'all talking about? Ain't nobody quiet. Ain't nobody tripping. Bro,
but you gotta really understand, y'all put it ain't like we attacking you for no reason and none of the PV. Y'all put yourselves in this position for the shit y'all been talking for 2 straight weeks. You did it to yourself. And now the fact that you gotta face the people, y'all so humble tonight. I don't hear no cuss words. Ain't nobody trying to bet me. It's just all I got my feet kicked up. It's just me and my food.
I'm telling you what's about to happen. What are you saying? I'm telling Scotty, keep the t-shirt up. Because the rest of the season is about to be a movie. It's a movie. I told you already. It's going to be a movie. Listen.
It's going to be a sad movie.
Let me tell you.
We're about to make a great movie.
No. See, he's not going to tell you what he told me on Sunday. I called him on Sunday, right? On my personal time. I called him. I said, hey, what's going on? He hit me with the same line. He said, Scott, it's going to be a movie like Rocky. I said, you know, Rocky lost, right? And then he tried to change it up. I said, oh, no, sir. No, sir. I said, you know, Rocky lost. He was like, no, what I mean, like the Godfather. I said, no, I don't want to hear that no more.
Because I promise you, had it been the other way around, and they came 1-0, come for play. Oh, yeah, you already see Scotty. You see what? Man, I'm trying to tell you, boy, it's just different, ain't it? It's different.
It ain't nothing different. Y'all making and creating this own reality in y'all head that ain't nothing happening. Ain't nobody.
Y'all didn't expect to lose to no damn Texas Southern, who's picking to finish at the bottom of the SWAC West.
Boys still rocking them. Boys still believe the SWAC championship is, bro. We're gonna win the SWAC championship. What are you? I'm trying to understand, Terry, what you're talking about being humbled. Like, no, listen, we took a loss, we took it on the chin. It don't change the goal, and it don't change the fact that we got the team that's gonna get it done this year.
Talk your talk, BB.
My conversation is not changing, right?
Listen, You a faithful man. That's all I can say. You a faithful man.
Listen, I stick to my integrity. I believe this team got the talent
They don't.
to get the job
They
done.
don't.
Nothing has changed for me.
They
When I
don't.
go look back, hey, listen, you talk about looking at the film. You call me, and I also said, like, I'm gonna go back and look at the film, and I'm gonna see what's up too. That's what we talked about too the other day, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, okay. And when I go back and look at the film, I say, I see. Well, I won't say I see everything, right? But I see the things that need to be tweaked, and I don't see anything that's not fixable.
What?
I don't see anything from the
D-line
game
is not
that's
fixable.
unfixable.
That D-line is not fixable. What are you talking? The D-line is not good.
I don't get what you're talking about with the front seven. I don't get what you're talking about with the defense at all, right? I think the defense played very solid throughout the whole game.
27-9 is solid.
Yeah, very solid throughout the whole game, right? Like very solid throughout the whole game. Listen, if our defense can hold the team, to 20, this is literally the same conversation we've been having since 2023, right? It's not a different conversation, right? If our defense, I'm using 20, right? Because that last touchdown, right, on that last yard, right, when we went for it on 4th and 14, right? So I'm saying in the regular scheme of the game, right? Defense gave up 20 points. Our offense should be able to win us a game when our defense give up 20 points. That just is what it is. That's NRB, all right? The defense plays solid throughout the whole game.
Huh?
What's this dude talking about, Scott?
The game that was on this past weekend on Saturday called the Labor Day Classic at Prairie View, Texas. That's the game I was watching. What game were you watching?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just saying.
He feel this way because they ain't putting no stats up on this game. You can't find the stats nowhere.
Issues you can point out to me that when I'm looking back at the game that are not fixable. There's not an issue of that we don't have the talent, right? It's things that need to be tweaked, right? I mean, literally, if boys just do the job, right, the game is changed in the first place, right? So it's just simple things. And I know, listen, we got 2 games to get prepared for the bulk of SWAC play. And listen, we're gonna be rolling. So I went back when I go look, I'm even more comfortable, right, than even I was before, even after the TSU loss. Now, listen, I'll never want to lose to TSU. Let's be clear. So I ain't saying that. Like, that's unacceptable. But I'm still comfortable. Ain't nothing changed me from my position of what I feel is going to be happening this year. And it's about to be a movie. And it's going to be a great movie. Not even a good movie, Scotty.
Scotty, he rambling.
Movie, my guy.
All right, PV versus everybody. Thank
He
you.
rambling, Scotty.
Call he's smoking crack.
I mean, he got the crack from when it first hit the streets. It ain't the crack of today. He got the original, the one, the Euphoria crack. He got that one.
How are you telling me you trust your defense and we can hold somebody? I want to be very clear. This game was not competitive. It really, it wasn't a competitive game. Offensively, they looked inept. Defensively, they could not stop anybody. Like, I didn't understand what game he was watching, but listen.
He left the stadium like everybody else did.
Dog, that was crazy.
Are we going to break down this game? Do I start there?
We can start. I just wanted to show people the score and the stats, but we can start here. Go ahead. Grambling, Cajuns, and Southern and McNeese.
Well, I got nothing for Grambling. I mean, 40-10 against the Raging Cajuns. I mean, it was what it was. I just got to ask you, do you believe in Dooley?
I liked it. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, he was dialing it up. I can't even fake on it. Like, if you watch the game, he was dialing it up. Like, I'm like, yo, I don't remember this, Dooley. Right? So I'm going. Listen, I told my wife, because she asked me all these questions. She's like, what did you feel about grandma? I told her, I said, babe, I'm gonna wait till the Jackson State game. The Jackson State game is going to let me know where Grambling is and how it looks, because I'm still waiting for Miles to take that next step. Like, he's like at that ceiling, and I want to see if he's going to break through or is he going to bounce back down. And I want to see him take that next step, because I feel like he's there, but it's just like I just need a little bit more from him. But I did like what Dooley was dialing up. If you watching the Grambling ULL game, Dooley was dialing it up. Now, Miles didn't hit it all the time, but Dooley was dialing it up. So, and that running back they got, Travion Hargrove, and that kid different, bro. That kid different. He nasty. But yeah. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it just to kind of dissect it, but I did like what I saw. All right, Southern McNeese.
All right, now everybody know that I said Southern early on that this was a surprise team in the conference, and I think a lot of people thought maybe this was going to be a blowout. This was just going to be an L, and guess what? You were right. It did turn into a loss, but for 3 quarters, when you look at this ball game, Southern was up 7-0, forced McNeese to have to change quarterbacks, and when you look at the tail of the tape of this game, Southern 16 first downs to McNeese 13, Southern 7-18 on third down, McNeese 7-16. McNeese outgained Southern in total yards, 272 to Southern University's 198. Southern had 132 in the air, 66 on the ground. On the other side for McNeese State, 108 in the air, 164 on the ground. A lot of penalties in this game. McNeese penalized 11 times for 118 yards. On the other side for Southern, 10 penalties for 95 yards and a lot of turnovers. 3 turnovers for Southern, 2 by way of fumble, 1 interception. On the other side for McNeese State, 2 fumbles. Southern led 7-0 through 3 quarters in this one. McNeese scored 21 unanswered points in the 4th quarter, and I'll get to why that happened. Noah Biden in this game, 12 of 26, 118 yards, threw an interception in the corner of the end zone, and then Clifton McDowell, who was ultimately pulled from this game, and then found himself back in short yards red zone for this team getting into the end zone. He was 1 of 4 for 28 yards, 10 carries for 65 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I mean, Scotty, and I'll say this to everybody that's listening and watching. I know as much as people wanted Southern to lose this game, seriously, for 3 quarters, Scotty, being there, I just kept saying we're letting this team
It's probably a phone call. And he gonna be like, I keep telling people don't call me during the show. That's a bad way to freeze. That is a bad way to freeze. Mouth open. Oh, Lord Jesus. Boy, that Bama's internet is trash. That's a hard way to go out. Mouth all open.
So I'm going to tell you what, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what's going on. And this is something that is different from how I typically do the show. It made me download this, the app. I don't. Oh, let me see. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
It made me download the app. Normally it don't make me download the app and I can come straight into the chat,
link.
into the video. Yeah, but it made me download the app and the app keep crashing on me.
Well, why don't you just try to use the link?
I tried. It forced me this time to go to the app. Normally it just allows me to come straight to you and to enter the studio. But for some reason this time it made me download the app. So the app keep crashing on me. That's what's happening right now. That StreamYard app is crashing.
Oh, I've never used the app. You're using it through your phone?
Yeah, and I never used the app either, but for some reason today, for the first time, it forced me to have to go through the app instead of normally just allowing me to get on.
You ain't got a laptop with a webcam?
Yeah, I do.
Why don't you use the laptop?
Because this has been working. So I ain't had no issues with this. So all of a sudden we got an issue. So that'll probably be the next case next week. But right now, I got to rock and roll what I have because I don't have enough time to be trying to do that.
All right, next week we gotta go with a laptop. All right, let's roll.
Oh yeah, but for everybody that watched this game, I mean, for 3 quarters, you look at Southern, and I think everybody that was there, you saw a damn good game. But you saw a lot of misplays out there, right? Noah Biden, and you saw receivers dropping passes in the run game wasn't quite there. But you had to be impressed with Southern's defense and what they was doing to hold McNeese up. Southern's defense gave this team, and this has been the thing for the past 2 years. They have given this team every opportunity to win the games. It was just Southern's offense. But what happened in this ball game. Southern goes down a 3rd down and 9. They rolling the ball up the gut. You get no gain, right? Come out Joshua Griffin for a kick. He literally just line drives it in the back of the damn tackle. Just line drives the back of the O-line. Just line drives it, and that's why that ball went for. Have you ever seen a block kick, and it really wasn't blocked, going 40 yards the opposite way? It literally, normally, if it's tipped, it goes up, and it typically dies in that area. But this ball went 40 yards the opposite direction. McNeese gets it, get it short field position, red zone score, and they get in. The second time, the snap over the punter's head just goes over his head, and then just gave McNeese once again the ball on the 3-yard line, and then McNeese took advantage of that. That's what these type of teams do when you're in these situations. They wait till your miscues, and they take full advantage of it, and that's what happened in this one. Southern, and I tell this to any team, you got to play all three phases of the game. That's offense, defense, and special teams. And a lot of people sleep on special teams because you don't often see it be an integral part of the game. But PATs aren't just that easy when you see a kicker go out there and make an extra point. Field goals, punting, kickoff, all of that matters. And for Southern, they got to get back to the drawing board because special teams cost them this game. And that is the reason they lost this one. They completely gave it away. And this was a game that I said was supposed to be winnable, that it was a must win. And you had the fan base there. The Jaguar Nation showed up, deep, packed it out. And then you do this, and as people headed for the exits, I heard the energy exhale out of them. It was like this was one we let get away from, and it hurt when you watch it get away from you like this.
I mean, the one thing I can 100% agree with you on, that defense looked tough. The defense looked tough. That front line looks tough. It looks big. It looks it looks ferocious. They got after it. The only thing that made me a little hesitant is McNeese isn't a very high, it's not a very offensive-minded team. They're not good offensively. And you saw that against Tarleton State, where, I mean, the miscues of Tarleton put them in the game, and they just capitalized it. And Clifton McDowell, being the closer that he is, he closed it. You know what I'm saying? So that
he only had to run 3 yards.
You know what I'm saying? That's just, but think about even the one to close the game out. You know, he fakes the pitch and he takes it on that left side and he froze. Oh my goodness, man. Lord have mercy. Listen, so anyway, so with Clifton McDowell closing the game out the way he did, that, I mean, McNeese is not a good offensive-minded team. They're just not. And no matter how great you think Southern's defense was or is, you still have to challenge it based off of how bad they are offensively. So it's like, yes, I can give you kudos for doing what you did, but how much kudos can I give you? Now, what you can definitely say is Southern's offense is atrocious. I don't know what you're getting with Noah Biden. I don't know why you put T-Set in the game so late. It's just a whole different type of circumstance going on with Southern and their offensive style of the ball. I think they have a long way to go on that aspect of it to make it look decent and make it look like it can really do something. But defensively, they weren't bad. And I was happy to see Qb Dillon back at work in the mix in going after it, because he's a skill back. He's an absolute skill back. So I'm curious to see what it looks like. Listen, I don't know what's going on, because I sent the link to somebody else and they said they didn't have to download the app. So I don't know what P talking about. So we'll see how that works. Because I'm gonna try to send them the link again and see if that works. I cannot confirm nor deny if his hand is broken. I cannot do that. All right. Let's move on. Listen. You talking about 2 heart attack games back to back? This is what you're talking about, right? You got South Carolina State versus FAMU. You got Morgan State versus Hampton. South Carolina State, Eric Phoenix goes 12 of 25, 132 yards and a touchdown. DeAndre Duhart goes 10 carries and 74 yards. Daniel Richardson, HBCU Player of the Week, goes 23 of 38, 282 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Kobe Gross, tight end, goes 5 receptions, 94 yards and a touchdown. FAMU scores 15 points in the fourth quarter. Down by 11 with 10 minutes to go in the game. They come back, pull off a huge upset. I mean, not upset. Pulls off a huge rally at home to make it, to tie the game, to bring it back to it being a winnable game. What's up, P?
Man, this app is pissing me off tonight. It ain't never did this. It's this app. It keep crashing out on me. All right, fuck it. We just gonna have to do what we do.
Yeah, that's not bad. We can rock with that. What you still using your phone, or you on something else?
I'm on something else now. I'm trying to see if it's gonna crash out on this. I don't know why it's keep crashing out, but normally I don't have to use the app at all. It normally just goes straight to the link, and then I'm able to come on.
Yeah, I mean, I sent it to Daniel, and he didn't say anything about an app. So,
yeah, that's so I don't understand it. I never had this, and now that it's forcing me to use the app keep crashing out on me.
They said you sound better. So, they said you probably need to update your phone. That's not that probably is too. But go ahead. We can go back to McNeese real quick. I know you want to.
No, I'm good on McNeese.
Okay.
We said all we was gonna say.
All right.
Where we at?
South Carolina State, FAMU.
Okay, we on the MEAC. Hold on. I got to get my stuff together. All right, South Carolina State and FAMU, man. It was a hell of a game. I went back and watched this game at 4 o'clock this morning, man, and I was very entertained in this one. South Carolina State, man, it looked like they had this game won in the fourth quarter, but Daniel Richardson told you. His guy came over there when he dropped his head and said, man, pick your head back up, man. We back in this thing. And that's what they were. They got back in this thing. South Carolina State, 19 first downs, FAMU, 26 first downs, 3 of 10 on third down conversions for the Bulldogs. On the other side for FAMU, 9 of 15. 286 total yards for South Carolina State in this ball game. 132 passing, 154 on the ground. On the other side, 415 total yards for FAMU. 282 in the air, 133 on the ground. 2 fumbles though for FAMU in this ball game. FAMU trailed 18-7 coming into the fourth quarter, but they scored 15 unanswered points. Eric Phoenix, 12 of 25, 132 yards and a touchdown, 8 carries and 10 yards. On the other side, as we talked to Daniel Richardson earlier, 23 of 38, 282 yards, 3 touchdowns passing. Kobe Gross, 5 receptions, 94 yards and a touchdown. And Carter Johnson, the tight end, 6 receptions, 68 yards and a touchdown. This is a huge win for Florida A&M. They extend their home winning streak to 21 straight games. Guess what, Scotty?
What's up?
Florida A&M is number 1 in the MEAC right now. They are 2-0 in the MEAC right now against opponents. And this go back to last year with a defeat against Howard. They've won their last 3 games, have all been against opponents from the MEAC. So coming in this season, they're 2-0. It was crucial in this game. And I'm going to tell you what hurt South Carolina State, right? Right before halftime, they had an opportunity to score a touchdown, and the receiver dropped it in the back of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yes,
that was a crucial play that I thought for them where they could have took advantage of it. Another was a missed PAT. And going forward on the 2-point conversion, they miss it. That's the points they need to be back in this ball game right here. But unfortunately, they didn't get a chance to get it, and it put them behind. And now FAMU is now 11-1 versus the MEAC since 2019. The last time they lost against the MEAC team was in 2019 against Bethune-Cookman, 27-31. So they've been rolling since then, man, and that was a big victory for them.
Absolutely. And don't forget, FAMU missed the field goal, and then on a driving touchdown, they fumbled. Jesus, that pissed me off, which led to South Carolina State going up on the touchdown. So it was a lot of give and take going both ways and things like that. Morgan State 30, Hampton 28, Ty Smith 5 or 8, 75 yards. Miles Murray 15 carries, 68 yards, 2 tubs. Malcolm Mays was the I won't say he was the starter, but he got more of the snaps 13 to 17, 168 yards, 2 tubs. Elijah Burris, 15 carries, 43 yards, and a touchdown. Perry, break it on down.
Oh, man, this was a great game as well. I went back and watched this. Morgan State and Hampton. Morgan State won this one 30-28. When you look at this ball game, Morgan State 21 first down, Hampton 18. Morgan State went 7 of 14 on third down, Hampton 4 of 18. Total yards in this ball game, 319 yards for the Morgan State Bears, 339 on the other side for the Pirates of Hampton. 75 passing yards only for Morgan. Y'all hear me correct? Only 75 passing yards, but 244 yards on the ground. And I'll tell you about it because it was running back by committee for Morgan State. On the other side for Hampton, 339 total yards, 216 in the air, 123 on the ground. They had 2 costly turnovers in this ball game. One was a fumble, one was an interception. Hampton scored with 4:29 left in this ball game, but it wasn't enough as they tried to close it. They ended up being down by 2. You're talking about Miles Murray, 15 carries, 68 yards, 2 touchdowns. Keith Jenkins Jr., 11 carries, 68 yards. And then Jason Collins Jr., 7 carries, 55 yards, a touchdown. And J.J. Davis, 7 carries, 21 yards, and a touchdown. Running back by committee for Morgan State as they just kept it on the ground and grounded and pounded Hampton all the way. Malcolm Mays comes into this game 13 of 17, 168 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also had 4 carries for 63 yards. Christopher Zealous, man, he is a turnover machine, and it continues. 6 of 9, 48 yards, and an interception. But Elijah Burris was a workhorse for this team. 15 carries, 43 yards, and a touchdown. Also 4 receptions for 61 yards and a touchdown. And also Kevin Johnson Jr., 3 receptions, 70 yards, and a touchdown. This was a back-and-forth game, but Morgan found a way to close out. And the fact that Morgan was able to put up 30 points, Scotty.
Yeah.
30 points. We normally see them that 17, 14, 10 range. But at the same time, does this raise concern when you look at Morgan State's defense giving up 28 points to Hampton?
No, I think Hampton's an offensive. I think Hampton is a very offensive-minded team. I don't think they're a very defensive-minded team. So I don't have a problem with Morgan and it being the first game. I don't. If it continues on, then yeah, because Morgan State's not winning shootouts. They're not doing that. I don't care what you see. I don't care what you see with the 30 points. They're not winning shootouts. So they need to keep those scores below 21 points to keep their game, to keep the teams in the game.
Well, yeah, that's what I got there.
All right, we can skip the text. Something you said you don't got much on that one. Tennessee State and Valley.
Tennessee State and Valley. Where did I have them? I got all misconstrued over here. All right, Tennessee.
Let me say this real quick. Valley, Kendrick Wade. Hold on. Stop putting Tijerian Williams in the game. He is not a quarterback. He's a tackle. Put that Bama at tackle. Continue.
All right. Tennessee State versus Mississippi Valley, a game that this really wasn't a game. It just don't let that final score look like by 20.
Please don't.
Yeah, this wasn't a game at all, right? Mississippi Valley, Tennessee State, 41-21. Mississippi Valley in this ball game, 16 first downs to Tennessee State Tigers, 21. 4 of 12 on third down for the Valley Delta Devils. On the other side, 5 of 12 for Tennessee State. 495 yards total offense for Tennessee State. 357 pass and 138 on the ground. On the other side for the Delta Devils, 264 total, 195 in the air, 69 on the ground. 2 turnovers, a fumble and an interception for the Delta Devils of Mississippi Valley, an interception for the Tigers of Tennessee State. Penalties also high in this game. Tennessee State penalized 10 times for 102 yards. Valley 11 penalties for 61 yards. And why I say don't let this score fool you, Tennessee State led 31-0 for 3 quarters in this ball game. Jaden Sisk on the other side for Mississippi Valley, 7 of 10 for 110 yards passing and a touchdown. They had Nathan Rampart, 4 receptions, 81 yards and a touchdown. And then Carrick Ross, 6 receptions, 74 yards and a touchdown. On the other side, I think the guy, you see the numbers, Draylon Ellis, 21 of 33, 356 yards, 3 touchdowns and an interception. He was the guy. He was the man of the day. And then Dean, 9 receptions, 144 yards. This was all Tennessee State. That 20 point that you see right there means nothing. This was Tennessee State from beginning to end.
Let me just say this, and I don't even get too high on Draylon Ellis because he didn't look that good. I want to be very, if you watch the game, Draylon Ellis did not look like that. He didn't look that good. That's number one. And then number 2, Bama was just running like they were frolicking in an open field. Nobody was getting guarded. He would throw a slant. It would go for 20, 30 yards. I'm like, yo, what is going on? He would throw a go route. Bama just running scot-free. Like, please. If you're a Draylon Ellis fan, this is not the game where you're like, oh, man, Draylon was killing. No, everybody was running open. Everybody was wide open. It's like I-95. It's just freedom. Crazy. All right. Here we go.
Oh man, look, I didn't even prep for these.
Hey, listen. That's fine. Let me give you the synopsis. Tyler Macon is not good. Xavier Vaughn needs to be the starting quarterback. Alcorn State's defense is pretty good. Not good enough to stop UAB. Jacobian, we talked about this game. JSU lost, like I told you they would. Very simply. Ahmad Miller was legit, though. All right, Ahmad Miller was legit. Let's get to these predictions. I think that's it. Is that it? That was pretty much it, right?
Yeah, everything else was just straight. Unless you want to talk about UAPB and
hell no.
Arkansas.
Hell no.
And Alabama A&M and Auburn.
Hell no.
Bethune-Cookman in South Florida.
Hell no.
I mean, there's some games out there. I just didn't waste my time because it was like you see the score, it ain't much there. I can't even try to give you no hope, no beacon of bright, nothing.
Yeah. All right. What you got, P? Who has the best?
I got nothing for you. This 2 ass whoopings in the making. Texas Southern I didn't see Texas Southern may have the best chance. Real talk against Rice.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt went on the road and got a victory at Virginia Tech.
Hey, that was a damn good game. Boy, that was good.
And Miami just went to the swamp and just kicked their ass all up and down the field. Cameron Ward is the truth, that quarterback, and what he was able to do in terms of offense. Florida A&M is not going to be able to keep up with that. On the other side for Alcorn and Vanderbilt, I just look at that ball game. Vanderbilt showed me something last week on the road. I mean, not on the road, at home against Virginia Tech. For me, Alcorn has nothing to put up against Vanderbilt. If I look at it, have to circle who has the best chance, it'll probably be Texas Southern versus Rice. Rice is a smart school, okay? If you ever been to Rice and seen the campus, very beautiful campus, but a very empty stadium. You know why? Because they're not good at football. And I believe Texas Southern may have a chance. A couple years ago, Prairie View almost upset Rice with Eric Dooley. So this is one of those games, considering what I saw Texas Southern do against Rice this past weekend. If somebody had the best opportunity, it'll be Texas Southern versus Rice, 2 Houston schools.
If Cam Ward would have went to PV, he wouldn't have beat Cam Ward. And I'm standing on that. I'm standing on that. If Cam Ward would have went to PV, he wouldn't be Cam Ward of what we see today. All right. FCS matchups for the week.
All right. Where you want to start at?
Let's go with Howard and Mercyhurst.
Musty who?
Mercyhurst. I never heard that school in my life.
All right, Howard versus Mercyhurst. They're the Lakers, Scotty. They're from Erie, Pennsylvania. That's why you haven't heard of them, because they're moving up from Division II. They just joined the Northeast Conference this year, a D2 school moving up. So this is their first year playing Division I football. Guess what? First meeting between Howard and Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst won last week in week 1, got their first victory as a Division I football program, 28-25 as they took on Division II Willing. So they got a victory there. Anything else you want to know about them?
Do not care. I'm going with Howard on that one. I think that's pretty simple. Listen, you can't lose to a team called Mercyhurst. I'm sorry, bro. Like, just the name alone, there's no way you should lose to a team. If Howard loses to a team called Mercyhurst, come on, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right. What you got, P?
I was going to move on to the next one.
Yeah, Lamar Valley.
Lamar. Where do I have Lamar versus Valley? I do have Lamar. Second meeting ever that I've seen of these two programs. I tried to do some research and find out. Second time these two teams have played. The last time they played was in 2019, Scotty. Lamar won 23-20. But Lamar lost last week. And if anybody didn't pay attention, they almost pulled up an upset on the road at Texas State. They fell short 34-27 against Texas State. So this Lamar team will give you fits. And if they're going against Valley, remember, Valley got their first 4 games of the season to start the season on the road.
Yeah.
This is a road game. It's going to be a home opener for Lamar. And what I saw from Lamar this past weekend against Texas State, I got Lamar big in this one versus Mississippi Valley.
I agree. I got Lamar as well. Mercer versus Bethune. What you got, P?
Oh, Mercer versus Bethune. Now, look, I tried to find some history on both these programs as well, but guess what? It's the first time that I can see that both of these teams are meeting each other. So first meeting between both programs. Mercer is coming off a big victory last week, 63-10 over Presbyterian in week 1. And Mercer is also a member of the Southern Conference, which at the same time as you see South Carolina State playing the Citadel, Mercer and the Citadel are both in the same conference. I'm going to go Mercer in this one just because of the huge win that they got in week 1, 63-10. I know Bethune-Cookman, it was tough having to take on South Florida, but something tells me Mercer goes on the road in Daytona Beach and walks away with a victory.
Yeah, I got Mercer on this one. Bethune-Cookman still looking for a quarterback as always. UAPB versus Arkansas Baptiste.
UAPB.
Oh, UAPB. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing on Arkansas Baptist. I believe this may be the first. Arkansas Baptist, hell, I think you and I can go out there and play for Arkansas Baptist. Yeah, it's one of those programs, you know. They are HBCU in the state of Arkansas, but wait, matter of fact, I don't even know. Are they a HBCU? I
didn't think they were.
Yeah, I don't think. I'm getting them confused with Philander Smith. You know what? Because I ain't never heard of Arkansas Baptist football team. So UAPB, I'll leave it at that.
All right, Alabama State versus Miles.
Alabama State versus Miles. What a matchup that we're going to have here. Listen to this one. Bama State is 4-1 in their last 5 matchups against Miles. You know where that one came from?
Last year.
It was last year. Miles beat Bama State 21-17. I'm interested in this matchup because seeing Alabama State fans' reaction to what happened yesterday, they seem to be nervous on who's going to be the quarterback and what's going to happen. But with Miles, I think Bama State gets past this one. They fix whatever needs to be fixed. I got Bama State in this one against Miles. I don't think it's going to be back-to-back wins.
I picked Miles, and the reason I'm going with Miles is because of the quarterback situation. If I know Andrew's probably not going to play in this game, so if they go with Jonah O'Brien, I could see Miles blitzing unrelentlessly what I would do if I was Miles is I would blitz unrelentlessly to make sure that we get pressure on him and he gets uncomfortable very quickly. So I'm going with Miles. If they have to roll with Jonah O'Brien, Miles has a very good chance. Now the question is what does Miles' offense look like against Alabama State's defense? And let me be very clear. Alabama State had a better defense last year than they do now. And I believe that Miles can compete with this defense. It is not all world. Now, that linebacker they got, DeMarcus, Devontae, whatever his boy, that Bama name, number 6, he is like that. That kid is like that. But a lot of those other kids, they not really showing up in the stat sheet. So I'm going with Miles on this. I'm going to take the upset. I'm going with Miles.
I'm going with Bama State in this one.
Go ahead. What you got for the next one?
Who would he got? South Carolina State versus the Citadel. Hey, these two teams have played each other 5 times. What I looked up, the Citadel leads the all-time series 4-1 against the Bulldogs. South Carolina State got that one, though. In their last matchup last year in 2023, South Carolina State got the victory 31-10. The Citadel last week, though, squeaked out a victory in week 1 against Charleston Southern, in which they battled back in that ball game and found a way to win it 22-21. This should be a good one with both teams. I'm going with the Bulldogs in this one. I think they get it done and I saw the momentum that they had last year. I think they get it done again this year under Chennis Berry.
Not so fast, my friend. Listen, you know what I say about Chennis Berry. When it comes to white coaches, he does not coach well. And if you are lighter than a brown paper bag, he has problems. So until he can show me he can be a white coach, I'm going with the Citadel. Give me the brown paper bag man for 100, Alex. So, yeah, I don't believe it. He has not been a white coach since he's been a head coach. I just want to be very clear about that. Not a white team, a white coach. So he has not beat one. So until he shows me he can beat one, I'm not voting for him. All right, it's up to you, P. What's up next?
We got Northwestern State versus Prairie View. Listen, the first meeting between both programs that I can find, Northwestern State lost in week 1, 62-28 to Tulsa. The last time PV beat a Southland team, which Northwestern State is a part of the Southland Conference, was in 2022 against Lamar. They beat Lamar 54-21.
Hold up. They don't have a white coach? I don't know. I might have to make my
No,
I might have to change it. I might gotta change it.
You saw white school and was like, it got to be a white man. Thank you, Blue. Getting correct, Blue.
I might have to change it.
Blue said you ain't gonna do them white folks like that.
I don't know. I might have to change it. He do pretty well against black people. I don't know. I might have to change it. All right, go ahead, P.
But with this game, man, I'm gonna go Northwestern State in this one. Northwestern State was able to put up 28 points at least against Tulsa, who's an FBS team. Now, I know everybody last week when we were talking about UAPB, right? UAPB did go and do the same thing and perform very well in the first quarter, right? First, second quarter against Tulsa last year. Northwestern State was able to go put up 28 points. The fact that they was able to do that means they can score. I'm looking at Prairie View. They was held to 3 field goals against Texas Southern. They could not find the end zone. And if they can't find the end zone with Cooley as the quarterback and no run game, I think it's going to be trouble with them having to go on the road to Northwestern State. Even though Northwestern State with huge turnaround, new coach, and so much more. But hell, that was the same thing they just played against with Texas Southern. So with it being said, I'm going Northwestern State over Prairie View in this ball game.
Yeah, I'm going with Northwestern. I think from somebody told me that Lucas Cooley might have separated his shoulder during the game. That's why he didn't come back in. So I think they're going to go with Cam Miller, which I think works better for them. He looked like he was more competent within the offense. I don't think that their defense can stop anybody. It doesn't look. Listen, you can say whatever you want about PV, and I say a lot. They always had a decent front seven. It was boring. It wasn't special. It wasn't nothing extravagant. But they played sound, fundamental football, and they got pressure with their 4. This is not the same 4. So Northwestern State by at least 2 touchdowns, in my personal opinion. All right, moving on.
All right, well, you want to start Kentucky State, Alabama A&M?
Yeah, we go Kentucky State, Alabama A&M.
Looked like the last time these two teams played, Alabama A&M won in 2017, 21-13. I keep it short and sweet. Cornell Manor is going to need this, especially coming off that big, tough loss against Auburn. I think they get past Kentucky State. I'm going Alabama A&M Bulldogs in that one.
You know what? Early in the season, I thought Kentucky State had a chance. After seeing what Virginia Union did to them boys, I said, no, sorry, Bob. Not the way that offensive line of Alabama A&M looks. So I'm definitely going with Alabama A&M on this one.
All right, where you want to go next?
We're going straight down.
Oh, straight down. All right, Norfolk State. Y'all know. Uh-oh.
All
right. Good showing in week 1. They gave up a tough one to Florida A&M, but I think for everybody who's watched Florida A&M right now, hey, you get them down early, but you got to close it out. And the same thing, they was able to get past South Carolina State. They closed the game out for a second consecutive week. This time, Norfolk State coming off a tough loss to East Carolina. This time, they didn't just get the check with a dub. They just got the check and had to get up out of there. They have Virginia State. Listen, Norfolk State is 8-2 in his last 10 matchups against Virginia State. But the crazy thing about it, Virginia State won this game last year against the Spartans, 33-24. I'm going Norfolk State in this one. I think I still like what they have. Regardless of the fact, Norfolk on primetime showed me glimmers of hope. And if they can find some consistency in that run game, the way that they've been doing and stick with it, I think they just pulverize Virginia State in this one. That's me personally.
I went with Norfolk as well. I'm not gonna listen. I can't trust it 2 years in a row. I listen. You can't go out like that with Virginia State 2 years in a row. Let me say this, and I'm assuming he's a Norfolk alum. He said Dawson Odom is on red alert this week. If he loses to Virginia State on Saturday, he may get fired after the game. The rest of our alumni are sick of Odoms and his shit. It's a tough one.
It's tough. But I think he understands Odoms does well. When his back was up against the wall at Southern, we had to go on the road against Prairie View. And that same sentiment was being said that, hey, if he loses this game, he may be fired. And he went out and whooped Prairie View ass. So I feel like Norfolk State in this one's going to whoop Virginia State's ass. He's going to wake them up and get the boys ready.
Oh, man. All right. Let's go Jackson State.
Jackson State versus the Lane College Dragons. I remember Lane back in the day. They used to play a lot of games against UAPB, particularly for homecoming. So I know the Lane Dragons very well coming out of Tennessee. Look like this is the first meeting between Lane and Jackson State that I could find. Lane is 0-3 versus the SWAC since 2021, losing twice to UAPB and losing to Alabama A&M. I'm going Jackson State, and I'm going Jackson State big in this one. I think this may be a 40-point, 50-point victory for Jackson State.
Oh, damn. I don't know if I might go like 35-7. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, 35-3. I don't know about 40, 50 points.
I don't think Lane will be able to offensively do anything against Jackson State.
Well, you never know. You never know. You never know. But hey, listen, if they score 40 or 50 points, it really don't mean much. If I'm being honest, I mean, it's no different than when Auburn put 70. Don't mean Auburn gonna be good. Auburn might still be ass. You know what I'm saying? So
Lane ain't Delta State, so I just want people to know that they are not Delta State at all. So this ain't that.
So Savannah State, Southern, battle of the SUs.
Battle with the SSU, Savannah State University. Yeah, but whatever the case may be. First meet between both programs. Savannah State on their side, 0-2 versus the SWAC since 2019. They lost to Bethune-Cookman as well as losing to Alcorn. I want to say Alcorn may have scheduled them for homecoming 1 year. I think for Southern, they get things fixed. This is what this game is for, to fix it after a tough start to begin the season. It's at home. It's the Pete Richardson Classic. Can't lose the Pete Richardson Classic 2 years in a row as they lost last year to Jackson State. I think this is the game for Southern to try to get it done, to fix whatever issues they have and work on that before they head to Jackson State next week. I'll take Southern in this one.
All right, same thing going with Southern in this one. Grambling versus Tuskegee. This is a big-time matchup. People talking about this one.
I would have loved to see this matchup in the early 2000s, right? Tuskegee was one of those top programs in black college football along with Grambling. And both these programs I thought would have been great in the early 2000s in terms of a matchup. And as you can remember, for Tuskegee, their head coach back then came to Jackson State. But nonetheless, it looked like this is the first meeting between these two schools. Tuskegee is 0-2 versus the SWAC since 2023, losing to Alabama A&M and Bama State. But Tuskegee has found success against the SWAC, though, previously. But in this one, this ain't Tuskegee of the past. I'm going to go with Grambling. I think I'm going to rock with you just from what you said you've seen with Grambling building against UL. I'm going to go with Grambling. This is the reason they scheduled them. But don't be surprised if this one may turn out a little closer than what people think.
Yeah, I think if my expectation is what you expect from Jackson State. I like for Grambling, for me to really believe that Grambling is what they say they are or what I think they are, you got to be in that 35-7. I need a good 35-38. You know what I'm saying? Like 40-7. You know what I'm saying? They can't score 2 touchdowns. I'm sorry. Like that's same thing with Jackson State. Like you can't let, unless it's something crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like a block punt, you know, something, but you can't let them score 2 touchdowns. And this is, and Grambling has to put their foot on their neck early. Same thing with North Carolina, A&T with Winston-Salem State. Like, listen, if you want to be what you think you are, this game needs to be like the way you play Wake Forest. This game needs to be like 50-7. The way that D-line came to play against Wake Forest, oh yeah, you gotta you gotta put it on them. You gotta put it on them.
You look at A&T versus Winston-Salem. These two teams know each other very well. As years ago, they battled a lot. Both teams have met 46 times in their football program history. A&T leads the all-time series 34-12 over Winston-Salem. Winston-Salem, though, did win the last time these two teams played back in 2010. Winston-Salem won that game 21-14. When I look at this, I remember there was a time where Winston-Salem made it to the Division II National Championship. Right? Connell Maynard, I believe, was the head coach. This is not that Winston-Salem team, but there was a time I remember A&T winning Celebration Bowls. This is not that A&T, but in this case, I'm going to roll with A&T in this one. It's tough because Winston-Salem, to me, for some reason, with this type of matchup, gives me I can upset you vibes, but instead, I'm going to go with A&T in this one. I think the Aggies get it done.
Dave said Chittersbury was the OC for A&T in 2010. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm going with A&T as well. Hampton versus Virginia Union. Going with Hampton. Listen, they better strap up their helmet though. They better strap up their helmet. And listen, guys, North Dakota State versus Tennessee State. Do we have to say it? Do we really have to say it? It's North Dakota State. Okay, like, what are we talking about? They just played Colorado to 4 points. Like, Tennessee State don't have a chance.
And I got Hampton in that game over Virginia.
Virginia. Yeah, same here.
You just like, you know what, fuck it. We just all Hampton. Yeah, both these teams last met in 2021. Hampton won 42-28. Virginia Union, won this game in 2019. 36-17. So they traded blows back and forward. It's not to say Virginia Union can't just be completely pushed out of this game, because they've won as of recently in 2019. I know it's 2024, but they showed promise back then. Things change, I get it. But last time they met, 2021, it was 42-28 Hampton. I'm still going to roll Hampton in this one just because of what I saw Hampton able to do against Morgan State's defense last week.
Colorado, not Tennessee State. Boy, y'all need to sit y'all ass down somewhere.
Oh, that man, that bad boy, that quarterback for North, Cam Miller, 18-22 last week, 277 yards, a touchdown.
Play with him if you want to.
81 yards and 2 touchdowns against Colorado. That's a tough guy. And North Dakota State plays power football, power run. They're going to run it. They're just a physical team with those big corn, Husker-ass offensive linemen. Man, it's tough to go against them, bro.
Yeah, and these are the picks. Vanderbilt, JSU, me and him see odds on Miles at Alabama State. Everything else is pretty much lined up across the board. I got Citadel. He has Norfolk State. Howard, NCCU, Morgan State.
Wait, what?
What?
Why I don't have North Carolina Central?
Because it's your game of the week, remember?
Oh, well, shit, you had confused me. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I mean, it confused me.
Yeah.
All
right. Hampton, A&T, North Dakota State. It is what it is. All right, let's get to this HBCU top 5. Do. Top 5. Perry, please explain this trash list that you've put together.
Hey, last week I told you don't hold me accountable for when the season starts, because I was going by just names and what I thought from last year. But let me tell you, man, Alcorn, you was there. Bama State, you was there. Howard, you was there. Alcorn goes get blew out against UAB. Bama State loses that game against North Carolina Central. And Howard goes and get blew out against Rutgers. Right now, the 3 best teams that I have seen currently, Florida A&M finding the will to win, still the defending Black College National Champion, still with a winning streak coming from last year. They're number 1. North Carolina Central, Trey Oliver, I apologize. I know I didn't quite put you as high as I thought, but what you showed with your team coming out yesterday, just the will to win, you do good in non-conference games, and you do good at getting your teams prepared, ready to play. Morgan State, what I saw them battle against Hampton, I'm going to go Morgan State, the number 3 team, because they found some offense now. Now, if they could put that offense, because they had running back by committee, it wasn't necessarily the quarterback, but running back by committee. If they could put that offense and continue to get better at defense, Morgan State is going to be one of the better teams that you're going to find out there. 4 and 5, y'all got to prove it to me. Nobody showed me anything out of week 1 that gave me 4 and 5. And I know that there was FBS matchups here and there, but did you see these teams against these FBS teams? Didn't look good. And then with Alabama State, hell, you got Miles beating Neal. Ain't no way right now after that performance, with that loss, I could put them in the top 5. So right now, I got a top 3. As this thing continue to go, maybe next week I'll feel different. But for that 4 and 5th spot, y'all got to battle it out for the rest of the teams that's out there for me to be able to really solidify and put my name behind those schools. But I'm going to go FAMU, North Carolina Central, and Morgan State right now. Other than that, it's on everybody else to figure it out in week 2 to be able to make this top 5.
All right. Now, let me be very clear. I am so unsettled with Morgan. 1 and 2 is 1 and 2 is sealed. 3 through 5 is a toss-up for me. I'm going Morgan State because they beat Hampton. But I do not trust that offense. I don't trust it. Right? I do not trust it.
What is that?
What's up?
What is that at number 5?
I got to put Jackson State up there.
I just remember what you told me they had to do to get in your top 5.
Well, compare it to everything else. When you compare everything else to week 1, they're the only one that looked decent.
I wasn't just going to be giving nobody nothing. I left question marks.
I got it. Listen, out of everybody, I couldn't put Alcorn. I couldn't put Alcorn looked bad. Southern looked bad. And ULM to me is better. Is work. They kind of the same. They just kind of the same. ULM and McLeese is kind of the same. But Jackson State played ULM better than what you played them.
What about Delaware State?
I can't jump on it just yet. I can't. I just can't. That's that one. I'm gonna have to leave. They're gonna have to show me a little bit something before I jump on the Delaware State bandwagon. But now Lee Hall got it going. He do got it going. I gotta give him credit. Played Hawaii really well. Be Sacred Heart. They got to show me a little bit more. A little bit more. But yeah, I gotta go to Texas. Listen, Texas Southern gotta get there. You just beat the SWAC West champs a year ago. Like, you gotta be in the top 5. You literally just beat the SWAC West. They were literally the SWAC West champs. You gotta give them credit for that, right? And Jackson State playing ULM, the way they played them pretty decently. It was a 1-score game in the fourth quarter, and they got away from them at the end. I got to give them credit for that. Delaware State, now, do I think Jackson State could probably be Sacred Heart? I think they could be Sacred Heart. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those type of things. But realistically, Morgan State, I'm not sold. I'm giving it to them because they won, and I'm giving them based off their name of last year. I really don't think it's going to go as well as they think, because you can't have a quarterback throw 5 for 8. That's just not realistic in this league. And your offense is not creative enough to just run the ball for 280 yards. You're going to go against high-level coaching that's going to make you pass the ball. And I don't think you get that from Hampton, but you're going to get it from Towson. Like, you're going to get that from Towson, and I think they're going to make you one-dimensional. So I don't expect Morgan State to be on this list after this week. I'm just.
What about maybe Tennessee State?
If they played North Dakota State like to one score, absolutely. If they get blown out, then hell no.
Do I really want to say this? I guess I am going to say this because I literally had to leave 2 spots off for the 4th and 5th spot because of the week 1 showing. Does HBCU football look really bad right now?
It looks really bad. It looks really bad. And for somebody telling me Texas Southern or JSU is crazy, it's really not. They actually won. The 4 teams above them actually won their game. So how can I put a team that lost, right, to the worst FBS program that Zoe called a Mississippi JUCO, that he said he would convincingly win? I can show you the video clip if you need to see it, right? So I'm giving them credit for playing a FBS team well, but I'm not going to give you more than that. That's it. That's why you're number 5. You're lucky you even made it that far, if I'm being honest. So let's just keep it a buck. But it's no way I could put Jack State over Texas Southern. They won and beat a team that had a winning record last year, and they were the SWAC West champs. Are we missing something? Even with the turnover, they still are what they were. And they had a 9 to 10 game winning streak over top of them. Come on, man. You got to give them credit where credit is due. That's all I'm saying. Got to give them credit where credit is due. But
can it be argued between Jackson State and Tennessee State?
Listen, I wouldn't put Tennessee State over. I would have put Delaware State closer than Tennessee State. And because Tennessee State played Valley.
But they handled them, though. They did what they were supposed to do.
No.
Delaware State could beat Valley. I'm not giving you that. Like, Valley is the rec team that everybody gets off on.
Listen, the way Delaware State played Hawaii, you got to give them credit for that. And the way they went out and battled against Sacred Heart, you got to give them credit for that. But me personally, I just have to see a little bit more, because it's not. I like the running back, and I like the running back, and I like and the quarterback. The quarterback and the running back are really good. I just got to see a little bit more before I believe in Lee Hall. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But overall, SWAC quarterback play is atrocious. I mean, I can go through teams that don't have a quarterback. Bethune, Valley, Alabama State, UAPB, Southern, Prairie View, Alcorn. Like, none of these Bamas got quarterbacks. The only team that got quarterback is Grambling, FAM, Jackson, and that's it. That's it.
It's tough, and I'm explaining this to people because I know people like, what the hell? You know, put my top 5 back up there.
Yeah, I got you.
My top 3. I mean, literally, it could be anybody, but it's like, who's really worthy? You know, we can say Tennessee State, we can say Delaware State, we can say Texas Southern. I got to see a little bit more consistency, but across the board, FAMU is proving it, right? 2 straight weeks, finding themselves coming from behind to win. North Carolina Central, just the fact that they came out and proved it to everybody, like, hey, we ain't even fell off. Davius Richards, this what? Yeah, that was last year. We still gonna move forward. Morgan State, because we were already kind of on the fence, but it's just like, who the hell else is good right now?
Yeah.
Really, like, who's truly good right now to deserve 4 and 5? And everybody got to battle it out. Really, Scotty, we may not find out a true 4 or 5. Maybe 3, 4, 5. If Morgan don't handle business, we may not truly find a true 3, 4, 5 maybe into week 4 into the season.
And Texas Southern guy, I like KJ Cooper. And what I mean by Alabama State not having a quarterback is because Andrew's going to probably be hurt and he's probably not going to play, so they don't have a quarterback. That's how I feel about that. Until I see that freshman kid play, they don't have a quarterback. So, but I do like KJ Cooper. I like KJ Cooper. I like, of course, Miles, Daniel Richardson, Jacoby and Morgan, and that's it. That's it. I mean, Kevin White's decent. He's decent. The kid from NCCU is decent. He's pretty good. Delaware State got a quarterback though. That kid's special. He different. He's not the best thrower of the football, but he's explosive. He's special. And Quad is good too for Cornelius out of A&M. You're right. I like that. I like Quad. Thank you so much.
And I'm gonna be curious to see, you know, everybody does polls. I see polls be floating around, the HBCU football polls floating around social media. I'm gonna be curious to just see who's gonna throw something on the wall and hope it stick for that top 5. Because I mean, that top 5 is just gonna be like a rotating door, I feel like right now. And to me, nobody is really, as you get towards that. I mean, I wouldn't even want to see a top 10. I know I've seen polls where people try. Hell, don't present a top 10 HBCU poll to me at all. Not no Division 1. You just got everybody jumbled up right there. What you think?
It's not the best, man. You know, when I was thinking about it, I was just like, yo, the 5 was just difficult, and like it's tough, man. It's tough. It really is tough.
Do you just go with who won? So, you know, you're going to see maybe it's just going to be Morgan State,
no,
Texas,
because you got to, to a certain degree, you got to see how it played out. You know what I'm saying? If you watch the game, you got to be like, oh, you know, they look this way, they look that way. Like for Southern offensively, you look bad. UAPB against Arkansas, they supposed to look bad. So we'll see how they bounce back. Right?
My mom said they couldn't even Google how to get 3 points in that game. Like, damn. She was so hurt. She said he could have at least Googled how to get 3 points. Damn.
You know, like A&M against Auburn, all you can say is their O-line was good. That's it. The O-line was good, right? Like, so it's going to take a couple more games for people to really figure out who they are and what they have. But quarterback play overall is not good. It really isn't. It just is not this year.
This is going to be tough to watch this year. And if FAMU keep going the way that they do, just with the grit, the will to find a way to win games, and if they keep going, I didn't think this was going to look like this, but it looked like this could be FAMU's year to just run it again, because look what they're doing against the MEAC, and we all know the MEAC is the better conference.
Facts.
Now, the fact that they played Norfolk and South Carolina State, let's not get it twisted. Norfolk and South Carolina State, for me, I think would do well against SWAC opponents. Norfolk and South Carolina States are no slouch at all. When you look at those ball clubs, did they lose? They did. But if you like football, those teams showed up to play football. They just fell on the losing side of it. But it's tough to look at SWAC football right now, man. And I mean, you got so many, 5 new coaches? You got 3 coaches in a second year. And we're talking about building. And we're talking about all of these things for our programs. And right now, this ain't what I'm really looking for in terms of entertainment, man.
I mean, I'm always gonna be entertained. I mean,
you gotta really love this shit.
Yeah, I mean, it entertains me. I like seeing. I want to see how people go down in flames.
PB was first on your list, weren't
boy? That's a perfect season.
Yeah.
Started off just right. So it is what it is, man. But it's going to be. But let's get into a little buy, sell, hold. Buy, sell, hold. All right. First up on buy, sell, hold. Buy, sell, or hold that Morgan State, they have an offense.
I'm a hold because it was running back by committee. And let me go back to it with Morgan State because they didn't have any passing yards. Where's Morgan State's information at right now? 319 total yards of offense, Scotty. 75 yards passing. 244 on the ground. It was running back by committee. 1, 2, 3, 4 running backs having to get it done for them. I don't know if they have offense because what happens that day where you're going to have to need to throw the ball. And if they put themselves in a position not to have to throw the ball and it's just going to be running back by committee, then, that is the offense. But I'm going to hold it for now. I want to see Kentai Smith grow up. 5 of 8 for 75 yards, along with 12 carries and 42 yards rushing. That ain't doing it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm a hold.
Yeah, I'm a hold too. I'm not the biggest, but 5 for 8 at quarterback is outrageous. Like just 8 attempts alone is just outrageous to me. So I'm a hold. I got to see more.
He didn't turn the ball over though. That's a good thing.
And I would hope not in 8 times. You only threw the ball 8 times. I hope not.
Well, your boy Jonah at Bama State
had 2 picks. Yeah. That's fair. God, no, I didn't think about it. All right. Next up.
Shit.
Buy, sell, hold. Buy, sell, hold. Alabama State makes a championship run.
I put myself in a tough spot with this one. I'm a hold. I'm a hold. I ain't gonna sell it yet. Even though they played North Carolina Central still number 2 on my list. They found a way to get back into this game. It was ugly. They're gonna need Andrew Body, just hands down. They're gonna need Andrew Body. But I'll hold for now. I'm not saying they complete trash. That quarterback that they got, like you said, they got another guy on the bench, right? A freshman or something that they need. Yeah. I'll hold for now. I'm not going to sell. I'll hold. And I got to because my back up against the wall. I picked these folks to go all the way. I had Eddie Robinson. Eddie Robinson, bro, I picked you to be the SWAC Coach of the Year. Andrew Body, I had as the SWAC Offensive MVP of the Year, SWAC Player of the Year. I had you guys winning the SWAC East. After week 1, how crazy is that we don't know shit now? Like it's just like a cracker crumbling in your hands. That's what we just saw. And I can't believe after I would have thought maybe week 5 or 6, but we in week 1 and we already in this position where it's like, I'm holding.
You know what I'm doing?
Yeah, I know what you're doing. You selling.
Get back in there and sell. We selling this. We selling this, Winthrop. Selling it. No, sir, Bob. Got to listen. People was ragging on me when I didn't pick them for my decision. People was ragging on me when they said, Scotty, why you didn't go with your boy Andrew Body? I said it's bigger than Andrew. It's bigger than Nino. It's bigger than me.
I'm a hold because I mean last year they wasn't that good at the quarterback position last year, and they only lost one game in the East against Florida A&M on the road.
Selling.
It's still in front of them. I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold.
Boy, I'm selling it like it's a broke down car on the side of the road.
I think this one might be too early to sell. You saw it dip. Any of y'all got stopped? It dipped a little bit. Now you ready to get out of there. It goes through peaks and valleys. It goes to highs and lows.
Thank you, Dave. That defense ain't the same. It ain't the same. What Drake said? Nothing was the same. That's what
y'all trying to get out of there. Week one, y'all already done jumped the damn ship.
Gone. We out of there. Next up.
Rob, you owe me, baby. I'm trying to ride with you. I'm the only one.
Only one.
I'm the only one.
Remix. Buy. See, all y'all Bama's was talking greasy in the chat. I want to see what you talk. Buy, sell, hold. Delaware State wins 5 games. Put your money where your mouth is.
You know what you got to do?
Put your money where your mouth is. Pull the schedule up.
You got to pull that schedule. Let's go through this, as they say, with a fine-tooth comb. Let's see.
Cause all y'all talking, y'all was talking real greasy in the chat. Oh, Scotty, why you ain't put Delaware State up there?
In your top 5?
Yeah. And Bam was like, yeah, I want to see, put some money on that. Here you go.
For them to be in your top 5 for what? A week?
That's a loss. Richmond's a loss.
They can beat Wagner?
No.
Okay.
Richmond's a loss. Campbell's a push.
They'll beat St. Francis.
Okay, so what's that, 2? That's 2. Well,
I think they'll beat Robert Morris.
They're not beating Robert Morris. They're not beating Robert Morris.
I think they can get them 2.
And then you're in conference play.
Shit, now the conference play, I mean, it's wild. Hold on, what conference game they got at home? Shit,
Morgan, NCCU.
They only got 2 home games in conference. Shit, they may not win a conference game. I'm selling.
All right, so who you got them beating and who you got them losing to?
To be honest, I think they can beat go down. That Wagner, I'll give them 50-50. I think they can beat St. Francis and Robert Morris.
Okay.
That's that 3.
That's 3.
3 and a possible.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm selling.
So they can't beat nobody in the MEAC.
They ain't do it last year, and I don't think they're going to do it again this year. The MEAC is a good conference, and that's not to say that Delaware State is not good, but they may sneak somebody. Who it is, I don't know. But I'm going 3 in the possible. That's all I got. So that's not 5. I can't give you a 5 hand. So yeah, I'm gonna have to sell that.
Dave said he think they got 2 games in conference. That's big. I mean, I can see them beating Norfolk. I can tell you that.
Who, Dave? Who you got, Dave, that you think they'll beat in conference?
I can see them beating Norfolk. I can't see them beating nobody else, though. Yeah. I can definitely see them beat.
I said, be home.
But I don't see them beating Robert Morris. I haven't really watched Campbell. I don't know. Campbell's never been like a world beater. And I haven't seen St. Francis. And I'm not, so somebody said bored. I'm going bored.
I got 3 in the possible. And I mean, and I'm looking at you crazy like, bro, you better come through.
Oh, man. I know they ain't beating Richmond. I already know that.
You don't feel good about Wagner?
I mean,
That's the possible because it's in Dover.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I don't think Delaware State is horrible. They're not Mississippi Valley, right? I don't think they're horrible. I think they'll give you a fight, me personally, but it's just been so long since we seen them just really put up a fight. It's just hard to say.
All right, we'll see. So you got 3. Listen, I'm.
Yeah,
I'm a hold. I think
you got them at 5.
Yeah, I got them at 5. Like literally at 5.
Give me 5. Give me 5 right now. Well, Jay say, give me 5. Jay's top 5. Give me that 5.
I give you St. Francis. That's 2.
Okay.
Oh shit, they won it. They only got 1 game win. Let me look at this again. I'll give them Wagner, even though I don't believe it, because I said hold. So I'll give them Wagner.
That's 3.
I'll give them St. Francis.
That's your 3.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna have to go board on this one. I'm gonna have to go board. That queen ain't gonna walk.
You 3 of the possible too?
Yeah. No, I can give you 4. I can give you 4. Wagner, St. Francis, and Norfolk. I can give you 4. I can't find the 5. I can't see the 5. I can't find the 5. I don't think they'll beat Robert Morris. That's just me personally. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I can definitely see board. I can definitely see board. Is that a good season for Lee Hall though? Honestly,
considering where they were at last year, yeah.
Okay.
That's a build. That's
ain't no way. Ain't no way they gonna catch South Carolina. Are they in the in Orangeburg? No way. Ain't no way. I can't see it. Beating South Carolina State in Orangeburg, and you're talking about a team that at that probably time has probably played 4 or 5 games that they kind of know who they are, what they can do, what they do well. Nah, I can't give it to you. I can't give it to you on that one.
They got outgained last week against Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart 341 yards, 104 passing, 237 on the ground. It was just 2 turnovers by Sacred Heart. And Delaware State led 17-9 in the 4th quarter. They stopped Sacred Heart on a 2-point conversion with 154 left in that game, but they got outgained in this ball game. Delaware State only put up 295 total yards of offense, 150 in the air, 145 on the ground. It was balanced, but it was low productive. But what they did, they didn't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
So to get outgained but not turn the ball over, and defense held strong on the 2-point conversion with 154 left, knowing the game was on the line. Maybe that's something some grit that they starting to build there. I don't know. That's why that 5 is a hard one. I'll give them 3 in the possible. I'll give them 2 more and maybe 1 to add to it. And that's still a leg up on the season compared to what Delaware State has been before.
Yeah. So, but he do got some special. He do got some players though. Gotta give him to him on that. He definitely came. He's definitely recruited well. The defense has really been playing well. If you watched them against Hawaii, they were solid. I mean, they were flying around, hitting everything that moved. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's something there. There is something there, and I think if he pulls out 5, man, you gotta tip your hat. Definitely gotta tip your hat.
You gotta tip your hat of the disrespect that has been coming his way. I'm holding you accountable to that. You got to buy him a pack of blacks or something. I don't know. You're going to have to give him something.
I would definitely tip my cap if he pulls off 5 games. Definitely would do that. I can't lie. Here we go. Game of the week. Now, since me and Perry could not agree on what our game of the week is, we have gone in 2 different directions. Okay. So his game of the week is Elon versus NCCU, and he will give you his pick.
Y'all with Elon versus Elon versus NCCU. Both these teams just barely missed the FCS top 25 this week. When I look at this ball game, Elon is coming off a 26-3 loss to Duke. They had a chance to say hello to Coach Willie Simmons over there, as he's still the running back coach for Duke. But Elon came off a tough loss in week 1 They had votes for the top 25 match, right? Top 25 poll. On the other side, NCCU won against Elon last year, 34-23. But in the last 7 matchups between both these programs, Elon versus North Carolina Central is 2-5 in the last 7 matchups against Elon. This sets up a team. These are 2 teams who battle and trying to get into the top 25, and they both knocking at the door of the FCS top 25. That's why I put this as my game of the week. I think whoever wins this game will have the leg up and possibly see that top 25 for me. So that's why I'm going to go with this one. And in this one, I'm going North Carolina Central to win it versus Elon.
That's fair. That's fair. Let me set myself up real quick of why
we can't hear whatever you're playing.
can I get it right? Can I set it up first?
Oh, you was bobbing your head. I'm like, shit, I don't hear nothing.
That on Baltimore, baby. You hear it?
Mm-mm.
I done had a hard week. Now it's
Here now.
break. While the DJ play my some of that club music. The girls wanna
That on Baltimore, baby.
I like that song tonight. Hey. Try to leave with something right. Hey. I'm a grown man, so shorty, you can spend the night. Cause I'm the shit. Yeah, I'm the shit. Up in this, up in this. Yeah, I'm the shit. Yeah, I'm the shit. Up in this, up in this. Yeah, I'm the shit. Yeah, I'm the shit. I'm the shit. Up in this. Yeah, I'm the shit. Yeah, I'm the shit.
If you are not from Baltimore, if you're not from the DMV, you do not understand how close these Bamas are. Okay?
What they call that you was listening to? Is that go-go? That ain't go-go?
It's Baltimore club music. It's Baltimore club music. Yeah, Battle of Baltimore. Listen. Man, listen. I love this matchup. I hope they never, ever stop playing this game. I love this matchup. I have to go with Towson. I don't believe in Morgan State's offense because when I see a disparity of rushing to passing, I then see that Towson will come in with the game plan to stop your run to see if Ish is really a quarterback or not. As excited as I am for this game, because I really am. If I wasn't, I might drive down to Maryland just to see it. It's only 5 hours, right? If I was in Maryland, I would definitely be at this game. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Towson. I think that I just think they're just a little bit better. And I think they're gonna come in with the game plan to stop what Morgan State does well, which is run the ball clearly, right? Running back by committee. And if any good coach is going to come into the game saying, hey, they ran the ball for 280 yards. Like, they didn't do nothing else. We got to stop the run, right? So that's my premise. I think this is a close game. I think it's I
got some tidbits for you on this one to help you out with your thoughts.
Go ahead.
Morgan and Towson. Morgan is 1-9 in the last 10 meetings versus Towson. Towson won the last meeting 20-10 in 2023, which was last year. The last time Morgan State beat Towson, which was the only time, was a 12-9 victory in 2009. And I think when you look at Towson's from last week's game, they took on Cincinnati in week 1. They lost 38-20 in week 1 against Cincinnati. So this kind of leads this up. These teams have met 10 in the last 10 times. Morgan State only got 1 victory, and that was in 2009.
Let me say this.
And for people that say, I said the last 10 games. I ain't saying all time. The last 10 games that's been played.
So that's from Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I think Morgan State's not at this level yet. I don't think they're there yet. I think it's close. I think it's close, but it's not there yet. I gotta see more from the quarterback, man, and that's really what Morgan State's. That's really what they've been lacking as a quarterback, and they need it. You need a quarterback to stretch the defense. You need a quarterback to give you a balanced attack. It's the same thing with Norfolk State. I'm telling you, if Norfolk State would have had a capable quarterback, even an Eric Phoenix, you know what I'm saying, that could make throws, it just puts more pressure on the defense to make play. I mean, to stop them. And I think right now Morgan State is kind of one-dimensional. So I have this game being close until the fourth quarter, and I think Towson pulls away late. I have it 17-31. 17. Yeah, 17-31. 17-31. Towson.
I'm going Morgan State.
Yeah, I assume.
I'm going running back by committee.
Yeah, we know what you like to do. We know how you like to run your offense. No kidding.
Hey, they running back by committee. Hey, if it works, baby, roll with it.
All right. Call lines are open 518-263-8124, 518-263-8124. We'll be on here for another 30 minutes, guys. For another 30 minutes, we'll be taking calls. You are more than welcome to call in, ask us any questions, any thoughts, or anything like that.
I got something to talk about.
That Bama might get ran up out of there, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. He just got an extension too. Woo-wee. Go ahead.
I got something to talk about.
What you got?
What the hell was that attendance at the Orange Blossom Classic? I got something to talk about.
Hey, listen. They my peoples too. I'm cool with Kendra. I'm cool with the OBC staff. Hey, yo, you and FAMU, y'all gotta kiss and make up. Cause that ain't it. That ain't it. But I don't know. I don't know if anybody was surprised. I wasn't. I told people ain't nobody. Miami's expensive. Like, it's not easy going down to Miami, man. It ain't. If it wasn't for Dion, if it wasn't for FAMU, that game would not be well attended. I'm telling you, it's hard. It's hard. And whatever you want to say, Alabama State don't ring. And people, we had a Bama State fan call, we got a big alumni base down in Miami. Bullshit. No, ain't nobody came to that game. Nobody. So, man, that thing was gruesome. It was gruesome.
I hate it. As I was looking at Jay and Tiffany, and I just kept looking behind them, I was like, damn, it ain't nobody back there. All they can show was band shots and like a corner of Alabama State fans, and that was just it.
Boy, that thing was gruesome. That
to be on ESPN,
national television.
Yeah,
that's wild. Now that was wild. But once again, it's a FAMU. Listen, and the dude that I think FAMU KJ called in was like, they need to pay FAMU $800,000. Listen. I still wouldn't pay you $800,000 to come to the game. I'm not doing it. Right? We could probably meet like $650, but I'm not paying $800,000 to come down to the game. Hell no, like that. No. We're not doing that. But they do need to kiss and make up. They really do need to kiss and make up. Thanks, babe. Let me take a couple of these callers. 8503, then JB coming to you. $8503, you live.
Hola, señor Scotty.
Hola, ¿cómo te llamas?
Hola. This is Juan. I'm calling. Jackson State will be 0-2 by the end of this week. Gracias.
Do you really think Jackson State gonna lose the lane? That's a tough.
He on whatever PV verse everybody on. They on the same shit. Blue Magic.
It's a brand name. I stand by it.
They on that tonight. Y'all leave that dog food alone. Y'all tripping.
Let me ask you this before I go to JB. What if Lane pulls off the upset?
That's exactly why I wouldn't have Jackson State in my top 5.
I'm just saying, what if?
Anybody can get beat.
Yeah, it can happen.
It can happen. I mean, anybody can get beat. I'm not here to act like they just world beaters, but I just think for me now, they not trying to come into the game with Southern 0-2. They just not trying to do that.
Nah, yeah,
that's a morale.
That'd be funny if both of y'all came in 0-2. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Y'all playing each other to get your first win. That would be hilarious.
You say hilarious, but that'll mean something. It's a rivalry. Look, one thing about Southern and Jackson, I think what people seeing today, it don't matter who good and who bad. It's gonna always have the flavor to it.
Yeah.
You know, there was years Southern wasn't hitting on nothing, and Jackson was, and it still had that flavor. It was years Southern was hitting on stuff, and Jackson wasn't, and it still had that game does not matter. I think for the outside world, they feel like it has to be that. It could be 0-11 playing each other. It is what it is. It's an all-out hatred. It don't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
They always playing checkers. It don't matter. Chess. It don't matter.
We could be trying to see who can shotgun a beer the quick as hell. It don't matter.
It don't matter. JB, coming to you.
Fellas, how you doing this evening?
Doing well, man.
Okay, just have 3 quick points. Okay, number 1, I know that people love the OBC being in an NFL stadium. You got to move it to another venue. If you want to keep it in South Florida, move it to where the Inter Miami MLS team plays. I know I like to say that putting the games in NFL stadium like it look good, but it's a bad look when you turn on the television and there's like about 20% of the crowd in that game. So you got to move it. Venue-wise, it looks better if you're pack a smaller venue than having a few spaces in a larger venue. That's number 1. Number 2, gentlemen, both y'all nailed it with your games of the week. I'm hoping that the MEAC, they get both of those out of conference wins because it will definitely help the conference for sure. And the third one I have, I see the SWAC got a bunch of money games this weekend too with their D2 opponents. Do you see any of the SWAC teams losing their money games this weekend?
I can see Miles losing that game. Listen, I mean, I can see Alabama State losing to Miles. I can realistically see that. And I can also see Hampton getting beat by Virginia Union. Like Jada Byers is not to be played with. Like, and it only takes a few plays to make something happen. You know what I'm saying? And Hampton isn't a world beater. You know what I'm saying? So I could see one of those 2 games going another way. Now, I did have Kentucky State early in the season pulling off an upset against A&M. I don't see that happening now, but those will be the 2 teams that I'll be on upset alert.
Okay.
What you got, P?
Yeah, I think if there's one with the possibility for me, it would be that Miles Alabama State game. But I think considering what happened last year, you got to look at Norfolk State and Virginia State as well. I mean, you can't overlook that. I got high hopes for Norfolk State. Of course I do, but I think that's one you got to pay attention to. It's the week of the big school playing the little school. Hell, even Grambling versus Tuskegee. I mean, anything is possible. So
yeah.
I will say this though, guys. The SWAC schools cannot afford to lose these two games. This cannot happen whatsoever.
Hey, listen, anything can happen in football, but hey, I get what you're saying, but anything can happen.
Yeah. All right, that's all I got, fellas. Thank y'all so much for having me on.
Appreciate it. I don't think world beater is gay though. I mean, not gay, but like, I don't think it's like a no Diddy for world beater. They're not world beaters.
Yeah, you straight. World beaters work.
Yeah, that ain't a no Diddy. And listen, I'm very conscious of no Diddies. Okay, like I'm very mentally aware. That don't seem like a no Diddy to me. I'm just saying. Yeah, I would be so disappointed if Grambling struggles with Tuskegee. I would be very much so disappointed, and I'm letting them go. I'm letting them go. I'm just telling you that right now. I'm gonna have to let them go. Straight frozen. 3272 coming to you.
Hello, how you doing, sir?
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Joseph, I'm calling from Savannah, Georgia.
What's up, man?
Represent Savannah State.
Talk to me.
So we got Southern playing Savannah State Saturday. So I know Southern hasn't been the eye of the SWAC for a very long time. I get that. But Savannah State, you know, we brewing on some things down here, man. Good ball movement, great offensive placement, should do the trick, man. On the other end, Southern, they got to come out and they got to actually play like they want it, because we ain't no BITC, you know what I'm saying, down here in Savannah. Real talk, we push the envelope wherever we go, straight up. In every game that we lost in the SIAC last year, we lost it by either one touchdown or a field goal, with the exception of playing against, I believe, Benedict. So
now my question is this:
you know,
listen, I'm, you know me, I'm a fair shooter. My dad from Savannah, he stayed right off Martin Luther King.
Sure.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know the area well.
Okay.
If y'all get ran out the gym, yeah, you got to come back on here and say, hey, I didn't think we was as good as we are what I thought, because you can't be out here like, yeah, you know, we Savannah State, we move shit around here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't no bitches.
Well, I ain't saying we moving that. I ain't saying we moving that like that. That's not what I'm saying. I ain't say that.
I thought that's what you were saying, because I thought you really was talking to me without talking to me. It sounded like you was talking to me without talking to me. That's what it feel like this directed to Perry, but I'm just gonna generally say it. Perry, we ain't no bitch. That's what you were saying.
No, you was bringing that type of energy like we was gonna win. Go ahead,
man. Listen. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Doggone, everybody be sitting down here, doggone dog of Savannah State. Savannah State, man, they just a beat up team. Nah, bro, it's not like that, man. You know what I'm saying? We had a couple of good seasons with a couple of good coaches. The problem is the coach retention, man. Like we got Coach Kelton over there. You know what I'm saying? He's been there for 3 seasons. This is the 3rd year, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a barbecue mildew season. I'm looking for Savannah to come out and make an impact. You know what I mean?
What does that mean? Give me a score, because you're doing a lot of impact talking it up. Give me a score. What does the impact look like?
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a scenario and a score.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
If Savannah State can get the running game going, I say 34-14. If they get the pass game going, that away score is going up, and that home score is going to either stay the same or possibly not make it there.
I'm not understanding. Listen, from your energy, from the call to your score, is just not making sense to me right now.
He's talking shit, but it's like very.
I'm not understanding.
Okay. So you want to know where I'm getting my straight shot from? I'm not on liquor. I ain't smoking no weed. I promise. At least not today. Anyway. Man. Back to the subject. Southern, man, they played very good ball last year, man, but they lacked a lot of aggression. They could have held on to a lot more games. The games that they were supposed to win, they lost because of, say it with me, buddy, lack of aggression.
And Savannah's not lacking aggression. That's what you said.
Not this year, man. We fully loaded, man.
So you telling me a fully loaded, an aggressive Savannah State team, and the best you can come up with is 31-14.
And I ain't even said nothing bad about Savannah State. I ain't said nothing.
Well, here's the thing. Y'all guys also got to remember, doggone, this is D2. We step back down to D2.
I know, because y'all was getting y'all ass whooped by everybody in D1.
When I marched at Savannah State, I witnessed doggone some drastic beatings. We were not prepared. We didn't have the coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
We barely had the players. But now we're back on that level to where we can actually play and be competitive now.
Scotty.
And this is not just for that one game.
I'm talking about the entire season. The SIAC is really about to make waves, man.
Okay.
Scotty,
Look,
Scotty, I'm gonna do them how they be doing. Is your band
always
coming?
always a beef playing anybody that they play, and they definitely gonna give Grambling a run for their money.
Is your band coming?
Yeah, they are.
Okay, that's all. That's all I'm worried. Is your band coming?
They are.
Okay.
Man, listen.
I hope that's the entertainment of the night.
Please call back in next week after because listen, good, bad, or indifferent. Like if it ends up being 24-21 and y'all got 21, they got 24, please call back in because then you can
look. I'm not sitting up here saying, "Oh, we going out there to beat them." I'm saying we're going out there to compete.
Okay.
I will tell you that much.
Is he friends with Shannon Sharp? Call Shannon Sharp and tell him to come to Baton Rouge this weekend.
Man, look. If I call Shannon Sharp right now, he'd be like, listen, Skip. Hold up, Skip.
You think he would agree with you to say Savannah State are gonna beat Southern?
He didn't say they were going to beat them. He said
they would agree that they would compete.
They would compete.
I didn't say they would win.
He said they would compete.
Oh, what was that? He was saying they was going to have 14
offense running. They can get the offense running at a dramatic pace early.
Yeah,
they could possibly catch Southern off guard. Not only that, but this is the absolute first meeting between the two schools. So it will be a definite great one to come off with a W for Savannah State. It would definitely boost the morale in town because people don't like to come out to the games because they're like, oh, they ain't gonna do nothing but lose. That's a lie, man. They're not that bad. You know what I mean?
All right, appreciate the call. Listen,
Scotty, do you see why I said last week was a must win? I got D2 schools now calling and talking shit to me. It's rough on me, bro. I had about a decade run where the only people who can really maybe say something to me was Alcorn and Grambling every now and again. Everybody, even the D2 schools coming at me now, like, damn. That's why I kept saying that was a must win, bro. Like, everybody is like, man, it was like we had a force field. Now our force field is down. Now everybody taking their shot.
Everybody taking shots.
God damn, it's rough on me, man.
That was hilarious. Hey, Jay, coming to you. What's up, Jay? Hey, 3859 coming to you.
You got me?
Yeah, I got you. What's goody?
Yeah, man.
Hey, this is Grandpa from NCCU. Hey, listen, let me run this by you guys. Let's don't be so hard on the lack of attendance yet, because there's a lot of other things that go behind the scenes in trying to put a classic like this on that are the measures of success, like the tourism dollars. Let's say if you get 5,000 people that fly in from other places and stay in the quality hotels and spend money at the bar. That's better than 25,000 that drive in from 150 miles away and go back home, or all stay at their cousin's house or Bubba's house or frat brother's house and that type of thing. So we do have to do better, but it's very important from the recruiting side of HBCU football that these kids be able to say they played in an NFL stadium once or twice a year, or at least 2 or 3 times in their career. That's very important for the culture and to get more kids involved. So, and from North Carolina Central side, by us getting a new chancellor, and our last chancellor wasn't as friendly as athletics as this one is, we dropped the ball a little bit. I got a call Friday evening and say, hey man, I need you to call people to give away tickets. Do you know any nonprofits, anybody in Miami to give tickets to? So, man, how many tickets you got? 100. What do you mean 100 tickets? How we dropped the ball on not being able to get 100 kids in here? So, we'll do better if we get back down there, but it's good for the culture to mix it up. Because we did some collaborating with Alabama State, meeting some people personally, And so it's not just about attendance. What it's really about is how good the quality of play is and who's watching it on TV. You know, and you guys are more experts at that now, you younger generation. You said both teams did pretty good except for the quarterback play at Alabama State. And so that's all I got, Scotty. But I do have one request. If you would do a cost analysis to me of what it would cost you that every time somebody call you from North Carolina A&T, write you a note from North Carolina A&T, you just hang the phone up, you just erase it. Don't even entertain their stuff. And whatever that costs you to do that to them Aggies at North Carolina A&T, just send me the bill, okay? Don't even speak to them.
Don't even speak to them. Just hang up.
No, don't until they win 3 games in a row. Don't even let them call in. Just tell them, look, man, click when they call in. I'm so click, just call in. And I know it's gonna cost you a little money, because you need all of us to, join the channel and pay and whatnot. But whatever it costs you to hell with the Aggies until they win about 3 games in a row, just do that, Scott, and send me the bill. You got my personal line. I'll give you a debit card to put on file. Just figure it out, whatever that costs you and the coach's corner. Just anytime anybody from A&T call about anything, just hang the hell up on them. Tell them, Grandpa from North Carolina A&T say, you still should be sipping out of a straw, drinking soup with a spoon, don't open your mouth, and while your mouth shut till you win about 3 games in a row. Okay?
All right. I can do that.
Can you do that for me?
I can do that. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Y'all be good, and I enjoy listening. Oh, I want to tell you why you got paired, man. Y'all, it was so funny when we had Special Investigators Campbell ass on the hot seat 3 weeks ago about missing in action and about being connected to the mob. I think he's still nervous. I think the boy in witness protection right now myself. I ain't heard him talking about what happened last night in Tallahassee. Saturday night in Tallahassee. I believe the boy missing. Y'all don't think he's snitching. You don't think he's rolled over, do you? You don't think Jack Smith got him, do you? They found a special grand jury.
Something is wrong with you.
Hey, man, good night, man. Y'all be good. Congratulations on your new child, or your new son.
Thank
Scotty.
you, sir.
Talk to y'all later.
Oh, man.
Bye-bye now.
That man was saying, he don't think he's snitching, is he? He done rolled over. Oh, that is funny. Whoo. Hey, Dave, listen. You got a very short lease. I'm going to send my invoice.
Listen, man, you should go ahead and you should rob them. Take like thousands of dollars from them.
Ooh, man, boy, y'all Aggies
do.
Y'all Aggies are
You know what you should do? You should take $10,000, $1 per person that was at that game yesterday. That's what you should do. That's what you should do.
Hey, when do y'all play? That is, y'all play next week?
September 21st.
September 21st. Okay, that's
I'm mad I can't be at the game either, but I'll be watching on. I think the MEAC picked us as one of the games, so we're gonna be on ESPN Plus.
Oh man,
that's one of the game of the week. Oh, I think ESPNU might be on ESPNU.
That is hilarious.
So
oh,
they need the rating, so they got to put us on. They got to put us on the dock and on ESPN. So that's how it works.
Y'all rivalry is fun. Okay, y'all man must be having me rolling. Y'all take that stuff serious, boy. That's funny. You need to go ahead and look, man. Tell them how much it's gonna cost. Hey, listen, your timeline's almost up, Dave. I'm letting you talk a little too long. Long.
Listen, man, we're gonna beat them boys on September 21st too. So I ain't worried about it.
Oh,
he ain't gonna call in anymore. He ain't call in anymore after that.
Hey, listen, if y'all lose, listen, I'm gonna be right there on HBCU Nightly, right in the chat. Boy, I'm gonna be waiting for you if you lose.
Listen, man. HBCU Nightly should have been around longer because, at one point we beat them boys two straight years, 99-0. So 45-0 1 year, 54-0
nothing.
Yeah, between 2 years. So I just looked at them like, all right. They're like, we're gonna really kill you guys. I'm like, y'all ain't gonna shut us out though. We gave them 2 straight shutouts. in consecutive years. So I ain't concerned. I think our team's better this year. We're gonna beat them boys. We need to break something. We already beat them in volleyball already.
Bye, Dave. Bye, Dave. Not that. Oh, we already beat him in volleyball. No, Dave, you're not getting that one, Dave. I'm not giving you that. Bye, Dave. All right, about to send my invoice over to Mr. Johnny. Coach Green, coming to you.
Man, you spoke my name, bro. Thought about I was hiding, bro, and I was not hiding. I was trying to move into my apartment and
so conveniently,
get everything situated.
So conveniently at the same time that you guys lost. How convenient. How convenient.
Hey, dude, you know I never run. You know this.
Is it that you
so
can't?
Don't even act like it. Man.
Is it that you can't run or that you won't run? I'm sorry.
I won't run. For what? I take my L's. When I get them, I take, and you know it. I always called in. I took the L, you know, when I had I forgot who it was, but I had to call in and take my L, sit there and take it. I don't never run from it, dog. But yeah, I was getting everything situated with me, man. You know, then I was putting the bed together all night. So shoot, I missed the show, but when I was listening to your show, I heard you mention my name. I was like, oh Lord, you know, doggone well, I don't just miss. But we're gonna be, we got fixing, you know, Southern got stuff that's fixable. We're gonna be fine. And I told you the defense gonna be there.
Yeah, but it was against a bad offensive team. So I mean, I don't know how much you can't take a lot of it. You can't take a lot of it to, you know what I'm saying, to the bank. You only can take a little bit of it. You're like, okay, yeah, y'all look good, but they're not. McNeese is not a great offensive team. Like I'm confused.
Dude, come on now. You was just not talking about the big guy Cotton in the middle, taking up two people.
Yeah, he's a big dude. I mean, but that still doesn't take away that McNeese isn't a good offensive team. Like that's the part what I'm saying. Like when you see a good offensive team, then I will have to come see like, okay, you know, what does that defense look like against somebody that offensively can put up points? And honestly, that's still not even Jackson to this point. We don't really know if Jackson's a good offensive team yet.
But you saw how our defense adjust when they switched quarterbacks on us. So we ain't prepared for him.
You didn't prepare for who?
The backup quarterback that came in. We ain't prepared for the backup quarterback. He took Mcdowell out the game and they switched, and you saw how the defense adjusts.
Again, McNeese is not a good offensive team. It didn't matter who was in they're not good offensively. They're just not. And I'm not saying that you didn't make them look worse offensively because your defense did play well. I'm not going to take it away from them. But what you cannot also say is that McNeese is a good offensive team. Like that you can't say that. So all I'm saying is like, yeah, your defense did what it was supposed to do. It didn't do enough because, you know, it didn't stop them in the red zone. But other than that, I mean, they played well.
Oh, come on, man. That's tough to do when you get put in that situation when, you know, because one of the aspects of the game, you know, you got to win all them aspects, and special team was one of them that we lost bad. We lost that aspect bad. Man.
I mean, you listen, man.
That bit is at the end.
Listen, you can say whatever you want. At the end of the day, tough defenses come out with 3 instead of 7. Period. If you're a great defense, you come out with 3 instead of 7. I mean, that is what it is. FAMU stopped South Carolina State on the 1. You remember that touchdown that people thought was a touchdown? Wasn't a touchdown. They called it back, and they stopped them on the 1 and made them kick a field goal. So great defenses.
That was a touchdown.
Well, that's not what the ref called it, but they didn't give it to them because they stopped them. Unlike y'all, you couldn't stop McNeese. So what we talking about?
Momentum swing, bro.
Oh, okay.
Momentum swing is big.
All right. I'm just telling you, at the end of the day, great defenses come out with 3 instead of it being 14, instead of it being, it would have been 6-7 if your defense made the red zone stops. So technically you would have still been up in the game. So you still had a chance to win, but you didn't. But you know.
You'll be fine. We have some stuff that's offensively.
Well,
And we gonna see.
let Perry
But,
tell it. That was a must-win game. You know what I'm saying? That was a must-win. So, you know.
And
And
then got Savannah State
long
talking
season.
shit.
That's one game.
all right, appreciate the call, Coach Green. How you lose a must-win though, bro?
I felt it was a must win and we lost it. So it is what it is. Now you hear people coming all out. We win that. I don't hear probably from
The conference
Savannah
has
and
been locked.
PV and everybody, but I'm hearing from folks, man. It's being since I've been at Southern. I came to Baton Rouge in 2010. 2010 and 2011 was tough, right? Those were the Stump Mitchell years after Pete was fired in 2009. So those 2 first years, it was tough. We played Delaware State in the MEAC SWAC Challenge in Orlando. We won that and then proceeded to lose against a Division II University of Arkansas, Monticello, and it was just a tough season. Odoms took over in 12. You saw the spark. It was there. And then from 13 all the way through, we got to spring 21. It was good. I ain't hear nobody mouth, right? It was good, except Alcorn.
Yeah.
Now from spring 21, fall 21 to I'm in fall 2024. It's rough, bro. And this is uncharted territory. I'm starting to see what it feel like to be PV and Alabama A&M and Alabama State. And I see what it's like to be y'all. Where everybody talking shit because everybody feel like you can get beat at any given time. This is a new feeling. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
All right, I'm gonna take these last 3 callers, then we're gonna get up out of here. No more 4-hour shows. All right. 9197 coming to you.
I don't like this.
Man, what's up with y'all boys, man?
What's good? What's your name? Where you calling from?
This calling from the city, DC.
Chuck DMV,
But,
you're good with me. Let's go. What's goody?
But man, I do not envy y'all, man. It looked like HBCU football. You could call it parody. I just look like a bunch of bottom of the barrel. Like it's nobody that separated themselves quite yet, man. That game that they had down there in Florida, Alabama State was supposed to be the best team in the East. Man, them boys look super small. Super. North Carolina Central been a premier team. They didn't look too much better, honestly. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that there's been, remember that wave of talent that came in a couple of years ago? Has that left, or what's going on?
I mean, you can say the same thing about Florida State, right? Like rebuilding teams in the transfer portals are all gambles, right? Like that's you have teams like NCCU that believe in recruiting high school players and developing that talent. And then they work their way in the system. They're in there 2-3 years. They understand how the system is. They get more affiliated. They get stronger, and they get an understanding. There's a reason why early college football, you leaned on your juniors and seniors to win games, and your freshmen and sophomores were just hit or miss, right? Well, now you're trying to exacerbate that speed by just bringing in transfer guys and making it all stick and fit and work. And sometimes it doesn't work that way. So sometimes you have a great year, right, where everything works together and you win 8-9 games, and then you have a bad year where the transfer portal doesn't help you. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a situation to where it's just like, oh, where all the talent go? The talent's still there. It's just, coaching, putting it together, blending it together, early in the season, things kind of work their way. Some teams get better as the season goes along. Some teams get worse. It's all a seesaw approach to it. But go ahead, Pete. What you got?
Well, for me, I just think the reality of it is today that we live in, even with the transfer portal, we think it's instant gratification. You think just because you add these guys, it just instantly creates your team to be what it is. But you're not getting those guys that make that instant transformation to a program like you're going to get on the Power 5 level of that type of talent. You getting the guys that's coming from the Power 5 that everybody was high on, but nobody on the Power 5 side is not high on anymore. Like Scotty talked about the kid that's at Prairie View, right? That you said How many games he started, Scotty?
3.
3, and they put him at punt return.
No. Snaps. Not even started. He 3 games he actually played in with 6 snaps.
And just think, that creates excitement just because he played 3 snaps at a bigger school and coming to the smaller school. The reality of it is people have to give these programs time to build. I think what we have gotten so misconstrued in college football that we think college football is a quick fix, that it is easy to make this transformation to build winning programs overnight. The reality of the world is it is not, and it is definitely tough when you start to talk about HBCU football because you're on the level of the development of talent, right? You have to develop these guys. You got to create a culture. You got to build things. And unfortunately, right now we live in this microwave society where people think you can add a piece here and there and it's going to automatically equate to success. And that does not quite work. And it may work for some, but it don't work for all. And I think right now when you look across the board, at the same time, you'll have a guy who does good at an HBCU, right? Like a Keyshawn Johnson at Alabama State, who could have been a standout for them, could have been a really big target, but he has a great season, and then he moves on. Kavion Britton did the same thing, UAPB, he's at Tarleton State. You know, you start to lose talent, so it's a give or take with the transfer portal, but people have to learn how to be patient with these programs. The talent is still there. It's just, you got to be patient. The SWAC has 5 new head coaches, 3 second-year coaches. That's 8 coaches with 2 years or less with programs out of 12 teams. What do we want out of those guys? You know what I'm saying? Like, FAMU was a program that was left to, by Willie Simmons to James Cozy in a great position. Now, Deion could have possibly did the same, but everybody dipped with Deion. That was the difference with Jackson State. Jackson State literally had to reload. That's why they were so high on all the transfers last year. So they were not left in that same position like Florida A&M was with Willie Simmons leaving it to Cozy. But you got to build these programs, man. That's just, it is what it is, and it takes patience. Right now we look at it, and I'm saying it's bad because 8 coaches with 2 years or less with their programs, you're going to get this because these are growing pains, and it's tough to watch with that.
Yeah.
One more question before I leave out, Scotty. Just something that you was touching on a little bit. I think yesterday in the day, Andrew Body. Now, in my opinion, if we don't trust you to throw the ball, or you know the old saying, if we have 2 quarterbacks, that means we have none.
Yeah.
So, you know, I want to be fair to the kid. I know he dealt with a shoulder injury last year. So, do you think that is still lingering effect with him? Like, did you hear anything from other players about what was going on in camp? Because I get what you're saying. You gotta, draw one horse and ride it. But at the same time, all that's supposed to be proven over the course of a training camp. So it's clear, he was a big time transfer. Something happened this summer that Eddie Robinson did not feel confident in having that young man throw the ball around the park.
Okay, so let's look at it as a logical standpoint. If you think something's wrong with his shoulder, then why would you make him do 15 carries? Does that make sense?
Well, it's a different motion. It depends on what type of shoulder injury he had. Throwing the ball is a little bit different. If you have ligament damage, you might be able to throw the ball. I mean, you might be able to take a hit, but your range of motion has decreased. So throwing the ball becomes a little bit more difficult, just to be fair to him.
So I just want to get this straight. If you was a head coach and you had a quarterback that had a shoulder injury, you would give him 15 carries? That doesn't make any sense. Or put him at wide receiver to make him put his hands up? Like that. Logically, you're not making any sense by your assessment if you're telling me it's an injury, because based off what is going on, which it tell me that he doesn't you don't think his shoulder is that bad that you will put him in the fire continuously. If you feel he has a shoulder injury, that doesn't.
We're talking about range of motion, Scotty.
But why would you put him at? Then why would you put him at receiver then? You don't have to put your hands up to catch. You don't have to put your hands up.
It's a different range of motion than putting your hand straight up in the air into throwing a football.
You would still have to lift your arm in a position. There's no difference. If I'm throwing a football and I'm bringing it back and I got to turn it around my head, what's the difference in my shoulder going straight up above my head? It's no difference. What are you talking about?
It's going through a different plane of motion. Do a throwing motion right now.
If I go here and I go around, it's not the same as if I go here and I go up.
But you don't think going around is going through a different plane of motion than going straight up? That's one plane.
Is the shoulder still not being affected? That's what I'm asking you.
The shoulder gets affected by moving the arm upwards and forward through different planes of motion. That affects your labrum, all that stuff in your shoulder.
Okay, then.
Just going
so
straight,
if you
that's just
if you feel like there's something wrong, no, hold on. If you feel that there's something wrong with his labrum or his shoulder or his tendons or anything, why would you even put him on the field? That's my whole thing. If you can't say this kid's 100%, why would you put that kid on the field? So that, to me, that's even more coaching malfeasance.
You have a point. If I don't feel like you're healthy, I'm not playing you. But I'm just saying there's something that went on over the course of that camp that made that staff not comfortable with having him throw the ball around.
Listen, I would say I don't have 100%. I've talked to a few players from Alabama State, and the only thing they told me was Andrew looked good in practice. The only thing is that they said he was staring down his receivers. That's what they said. The only knock on Andrew was that they were staring down receivers, and he has to get out the habit of doing that. That's what they were telling me in camp. So that's all they were telling me in camp. They said he looked good, but he was staring down his receivers, and he had to stop doing that. That's what I was told from players on the team.
Yeah, just something to think about. I appreciate y'all time, man. Y'all have a great.
Anytime, man. Appreciate you. That one, I can't let that one rock, because if you're not healthy, then why would I put you on the field in the first place? That doesn't make any sense to me at all. But hey, to each his own. 8572, then A&T Roy. You're my last caller. Hey, caller, you live.
Hey, what up? What's going on, Scotty? What up, Perry?
What's up with it?
Question for you. And that orange blossom plastic, I heard the one guy talking about they giving out tickets, man. I remember when Jackson and FAMU played those couple years, man. That place was jam-packed, man. I'm just trying to figure out, man, did that lady lose her drawers or what on that game?
You said what? I didn't hear the last part of it. What'd you say?
I said, did she lose? She must have lost money on that game. I don't think the promoter, whoever promoted that game, didn't make no money.
Yeah, I can't see how you came out on the positive side of that. I mean, that stadium was absolutely like, you could see all the colors of the seats. Okay, I'm talking about all the colors of the seats, I went to
when you watch it, did you see him pay? Did you ever see him paying in the crowd? Because I never saw it.
No, and the only time they did is when Perry said like Tiffany and Jay were talking, and you had the backdrop. I mean, I got some pictures that people sent me of the stadium. I'm gonna bring it up and show everybody if they didn't get a chance to see it. But it was tough. I'm not gonna hold you. It was tough. And if I'm being honest, man, at the end of the day, they gotta.
They need a Southern FAMU matchup in there.
They gotta kiss. They gotta kiss and make up. FAMU gotta kiss and make up. Absolutely.
Before I get off, man, Scotty, I just got one question for you.
What's up,
man? Now I know you've been talking about, man. Does you have a broken hand or what? Or
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I really do not know. I have not been updated on his injury report. Alabama State ain't gonna put nothing out because most HBCUs don't put an injury report out, so they're not gonna tell you. So I'm going to have to hear from the family, or I have to get it from Andrew himself. But as of right now, and to be honest with all you guys, I don't know. I do not know.
Well, before I get off, Scotty, people keep on talking about who's going to win what. I said, man, wait till week 4, and I guarantee you'll start to see more of what's going to happen in the SWAC and the MEAC. The SWAC can still be up, but I will tell you this. If FAMU figure out how to rush the passer,
it's a wrap.
I think it's over.
It's a wrap.
Because Richardson, I'm gonna tell you, Richardson is better than Musa. I don't care what nobody says.
I said that.
Richardson is better than Musa because he really commands the team. Notice how he commanded that team, and they were down. That's the scary part. I see. Sam, you could just end up winning it all because they, like Perry already said, there's so much parity with the coaches. People think the transfer portal. Listen, I live in Michigan. It took almost 10 years for Jim Harbaugh to figure that crap out at Michigan. Yeah, he might have sold the time, but it took him almost 10 years to figure that out. Y'all guys have a good one.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Listen, this picture says it all. This picture says it all. It is a sea of empty blue seats. That's tough, man. That's tough. That is absolutely tough. I got another picture too. Let me bring that up real quick. This one's even worse. Jesus Christ. P.
Yeah, that's tough. I just sent you a picture.
All right. I'm gonna bring it up real quick.
Yeah. I mean, ain't nobody in there.
What?
I'm just saying. Look, hey, you want to know what a crowd look like? You want a crowd?
My goodness. look like a section to me. This must have been 10 years ago because the damn sure went in the Dooley era.
No, that was Saturday night
at McNeese.
Yeah, it was packed.
Oh wow! Down at old Lake Charles.
We packed it out.
Down at old Lake Charles.
Yeah, that's packed out.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what it look like when your fans show up, ladies and gentlemen.
That's pretty good for a loss.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Even when it ain't good, it's good. We there. Now everybody can talk, they talk, but we still be pulling up.
Yeah.
That's why I say it's, huh?
Y'all still roll through. Y'all still rolling through though.
You see it. Hell, I mean, and it rained. You saw it personally when it rained in Jackson. We still showed up.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. But man, listen, that rain came down. Ponchos came out
instantly, like woo! You just hear the crowd. Whoa! Nobody went nowhere.
Nobody went nowhere. Everybody, Poncho, we ready? Let's go. Hey, that joke was funny. That was funny.
Yeah, I mean, we show up. That's what I be telling folks. So that's why it was a must win. Did you see all these people? You see these people who showed up?
Yeah.
You got to give these folks a W. Boy, when they hit that 21, boy, they went straight for the exits, boy. I'm talking about. Hey, they cleared up out of there so quick. Oh, but that's what I'm trying to show you. We pulled up on Lake Charles. We pulled up at McNeese, packed it out all the way, and then you can't even see the middle side. Like they got a side that's up on the hill. Nothing but folks all the way along that, man. It's a good time when we show up in your town. You'll run out of beer in your local liquor stores. The Hennessy it'll be low. The Crown gonna for sure be low. It's gonna smell good because my boy Vark and everybody over there cooking and boiling and grilling. The RV is gonna be out. We show up.
Yeah.
So Orange Blossom, throw us some money. Maybe you can do a Southern FAMU. Because clearly Southern and FAMU ain't feeling this home and home with each other. It kind of got old. It don't have the old feel that it used to.
Now, I will tell you this. I would definitely go to a FAM and Southern game in Miami. That would be a vibe. That would be a vibe. That would be a vibe. Yeah. That would definitely be a vibe. I'll attend that. I would. It would be that FAM versus NCAT, FAM versus Tennessee State.
They don't travel like us though.
I'm just saying what game I would be interested in. FAM versus Southern, of course, and kind of over the FAM. I'm kind of over that Jackson State game. You know what? I'm not mad at the Jackson State game though. I'm not mad. Like it's like a little mini rivalry. I know. Listen, the Vet gonna be crazy. They're never going back to Miami. The Vet about to be crazy. So that game's about to be out of commission. The Atlanta Classic. I like that.
That happened before. That was in 2011.
Yeah, I like
2011 and 2012. Matter of fact, that was one of Dawson's Odom's premier wins that helped him get the job. That season, he beat Jackson State, FAMU. He won homecoming, and he beat Grambling. At Southern, that'll get your ass a job. Eric Dooley got fired because guess what? He only won the Bayou Classic.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, Southern and FAMU. Oh man, you know we like the stunt. We is your wife? No, that's you say. What's your jewel? Your wife said we bougie.
Oh,
Bougie act.
she's the one that said y'all bougie.
Yeah, and we like it, and we gonna travel. We'll show up deep. Plus, people just want. Now, that's one of those games where people will show up because they do want to see Southern. That's one where a name. They like, hey, oh man, that ought to be good.
Yeah,
I don't think it was. That didn't travel well around Miami, where people was like Alabama State and North Carolina Central. That ought to be good. It good brands, but not enough for what they needed that to do there.
Absolutely. All right, last caller for the night. AT Roy, what's goody?
What's up, Scotty and Perry?
What's up, man?
With it?
Man, listen, I'm sitting up here minding my own business. What do I hear? Uncle Ruckus got our name in his mouth. Hey, listen, tell him to keep our funky name out of his mouth. I can guarantee you that A&T support this channel or this channel much more than those folks down the road down 85. You got more subscribers, you got more members, you got more chat members, people who chat, and people who call in, and they would ever come close to being. Tell me I'm wrong.
I can't tell you you're wrong. I think I can't say that you're wrong. I think it's a very close number though. Like I don't think it's like I don't think it's like I think I might got like 30 NCAT people up in here, and I think it might be like 25 NCCU people. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a lot of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. So
that's the first time I heard somebody from NCCU calling your show.
That's fair.
Right?
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I give you that.
Hey, listen. Me and Stephen Campbell put this channel. Well, I ain't gonna say all that, but man, we kicked that thing up a couple years ago. Remember we had that argument?
Hey, that was funny. Yeah, the one I clipped. Yeah, that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
Yeah. Man, hey, that dude needs to get out of here with that. Hey, man, listen. Tell me this: are you friends with Stephen J. Gaither on Facebook?
On Facebook, nah. Why?
Oh man, he put a video up. I saw him at the Wake Forest game after the game, and I was talking trash. He videoed me. I didn't really know he was doing.
Oh,
it.
you the guy talking about
that's you on his Facebook page.
Oh, I seen that on YouTube. Is that you? That was you?
Yeah, that's me, baby.
Yeah, I saw that video.
So we're gonna drop 60 on him.
Yeah, I saw that video. Yeah.
I was gonna ask you if you could play it for the people so they can know. Y'all were kind of waffling around on whether we're going to be Winston-Salem State, but I want to let you know. The only way we don't drop 60 on them is we just take our foot off the gas because we're going to be beating them so bad.
Okay. All right. I don't know where to find it because I don't remember where. I think I saw like a clip of it on YouTube, but I don't know if he had it or Twitter or anything like that. But I do remember seeing that video because it was like his title was, I was minding my business as a Ram, and then this Aggie said something to me, something like that. And then that's when you started talking.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Now, I will tell you, I almost didn't recognize him because he was over there looking so nervous among the Aggies. And I looked, I was like, oh, that's Steven. Man. And that's when I started talking that trash.
All right. Listen, we'll be looking for that 60 piece.
Well, the only reason we won't do it is because we'll take our foot off the gas.
Nah, I don't want to hear that. Nope, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. You said 60 piece. I'm looking for a 60 piece.
60 piece.
Hey,
60 piece.
I'll take it. We're going to go with it.
All right. I appreciate the call, Roy.
Man, thanks for the call, baby.
Anytime, man. 60 piece. 60 piece. Oh, man, you stupid, P. All right, man. Last thing before we get up out of here. It's on you.
We head into week 2 of football. I just hope it gets better. But the reality of it is, I think you guys heard me say it's black college football right now. Bad. I think right now we're watching rebuilding. 5 new coaches in the SWAC, 3 second-year coaches in the SWAC. That's 8 coaches with 2 years or less with their programs. Then you go over into the MEAC. You got South Carolina State trying to get it done with Chennis Berry. I think that's why you see the MEAC right now seem to be with a leg up. Florida A&M got left in a good position. As much as I think FAMU fans were scared on how things was going to go, it looked like whatever that executive board meeting they had, emergency board, and all of the pulling from this way and that way, it looked like it worked out for them, Scotty. When it was talking about hiring that football coach,
yeah,
then it seemed like it kind of worked out. So I think right now, for me, I have to tell myself this too. It's going to take some patience for us to see, especially on the SWAC side of that type of football, to get back where it is. We got a lot of new head coaches, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to be a process, and it's going to take patience. It's some ugly games going to be in front of us. There's going to be some bad football to be played, but that's what it takes to start from the bottom and work your way up. So that's what I got right now. That's why when this is probably the first time I looked at it and did not have a legit top 5 HBCU football teams. But I have to keep it real and just say it's too many programs trying to build something right now, and nobody really looks good head and shoulder of 5 programs that I could just say right now are top 5 programs. Right now, I see 3 programs, and it's really 2 in the possible. And we'll find out if Morgan State can get past Towson this weekend. But right now, it looks like it's FAMU and North Carolina Central once again, like we saw
and everybody else. Yep. And then everybody else. No, I 100% agree. And the quarterback play doesn't make it any better. You know, the quarterback play does not make it any better. And the championship contenders that we all assume that we're going to be high on the list, the Alabama States, the PVs, they don't look dominating. And I think the worst thing you could do as an Alabama State is take the mask off and really see what you are. And you're like, that was it. You're not even really that scary, right? So because we were expecting a dominant performance defensively. If you weren't going to get anything else, you were expecting a defensive juggernaut in Alabama State, and you just didn't see it. And and that fear or that worry that some teams were going to have going into the game, you don't have it. There shouldn't be any, honestly. Now they can make plays with the best of them, but to just dominate like they've been before and hitting, and you just didn't get that vibe. I didn't feel those lunch pail games that Alabama State has been used to being in, just hard hitting. And you be like, God, dog, boy, they trying to kill somebody out there. Like, I didn't get any of those vibes yesterday with NCCU. Maybe it's a first game jitter. Maybe it's, just like you said, week 1, trying to figure things out. But Alabama State, if they don't fix anything else, they got to fix that defense.
And for a lot of people, have patience this year. I mean, we're going to be critical because this is what we do with the entertainment, right? And I'm going to always say the things I say about Southern, but the reality of it is we got a year 1 coach. The reality of it is there are 4 other programs with a year 1 coach. This is a process, man. And this is going to be, what is this, T.C. Taylor's 2nd year?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the reality of this. Eddie Robinson, this is his 3rd year, huh?
Yeah.
The guy who you expect to be rolling, I mean, even with Bubba McDowell, this is his 3rd year. The guy who you expect to be rolling more than anybody is Connell Maynard right now.
And he is. And well, we haven't really seen what rolling looks like for them this year because they haven't played a comparable schedule, but we'll see.
This right here, people, look, we're going to be critical. We're going to give entertainment, but I think for everybody, it's an up and down year for everybody. It is truly patience right now for this, because this ain't no quick, easy fix. I mean, fam, you probably the only one who right now, considering the position that they was left in, that can be where they at. And that took a long time for Willie Simmons to get that to where it is. That wasn't an overnight build. It was tough losses along the way. It was tough for them to get there. And they had to play backseat to Jackson State for 2 years just to see this. And then the door finally opened. So I think for everybody else, it's going to be tough. Are you really a true fan? Are you up for the ride for this programs? Because this is going to be tough. And even as a Southern fan, it's tough for us to sit back and watch because we feel like snap of a finger just got to work. It has to happen now. We just fired our coach last year. And a lot of these coaches have changed. You look at Cedric Thomas at Alcorn right now. what he's going to have to do. I mean, Mickey Joseph, this is just the reality of it, people. Slow down, pump the brakes. And I'm having to tell myself that too, because when I'm looking, I'm like, bro, what am I watching? But then the reality of it is, man, this guy is in year one. I understand football enough to realize I have gotten caught up into this society, this microwave society as well, where I'm expecting for it to be like that. The reality of it is it's not going to be like that.
It's not. And at the end of the day, you know, like I said, it's going to be a lot of parity. I felt it from the beginning. I said, hey, I think this is going to be a parity year. Just a lot of teams that you're just like, what? Wow, that they won? Oh, they lost, right? A lot of you're going to get a lot of that this year. Now, Perry, before I let you go, and I'm not trying to cause no beef or nothing like that, but I saw a picture with Dr. Cavill in Texas Southern winning the
he had that trophy. Hey, I saw it as I was scrolling, and I kind of stopped and I said, "Man, what is
that? Is
doing?
So phony. How do you play both sides of the fence like that? Because you graduate from PV, you teach at Texas Southern. Like, where is your loyalty?
I'm gonna put it as maybe he's like when the commissioner hands the winner the trophy. Maybe he was the guy who brought the trophy because it was a picture, and we can't take it. You know, it's a picture, and hey, Dr. Cavill, maybe this is just what happened. You were the guy who was the representative to hand the trophy to the winner, and you just so happened to hand the trophy to Texas Southern.
All right, if he graduated from both schools, all right, I'll let it. I saw that, and I was just like,
yeah, I think he just handed them and that trophy looked like a goddamn trophy you win at a gymnast. It don't look like a robbery.
It don't look like, you know, like the golden boot or you know, like the big crazy trophies. Like
it was just a regular trophy, you know, with the pillars and the 4 pillars. It was just, I'm like, bro, what the hell they get this trophy from?
Yeah, they got that. They got that from the local market. That is ass. Yeah.
Yeah, PB and Texas Southern, y'all got to do better with that bowling trophy. Y'all got to do better with a trophy, bro. Y'all got to come up with something better than that. Yeah. The state of Texas or something.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Or like the Houston, like a Houston logo or something like that. Yeah, but
something, or it has a panther and a tiger head on it, you know, or something like,
and like Texas in the middle, like the Texas thing in the middle or something like that.
Yeah, like that trophy right there wasn't hitting on nothing.
Hey, he's like, you can't even pull it too hard.
It looked like they just won a high school battle of the bands with that trophy. That's first place grand champion trophy. That would it look like they won.
Man, that joke would be nice. That joke, yeah. I saw that. I was like,
yes, you gotta have. You see, we gotta put a little. I think he was just the presenter. He was like, okay, you won the trophy, you present, because he does have ties to both schools. So who better to present the trophy to whoever wins than he does, knowing both schools.
All right, I just saw that. Wanted to talk. I just want to.
They can get a Bucky's logo on the trophy or something.
That's not a bad idea. But man, listen, we appreciate you guys. We will get up out of here. Tomorrow, Coach's Corner. Make sure you guys are tuned in tomorrow. Wednesday, me and Mike are back talking about that Jackson State loss. And talking about the game against Lane. Thursday, we'll see if we can get HBCU Live back. And you already know what it is. Friday, my boy Bridges is bringing you. On Wednesday, Division 2, 7 o'clock at night, Rebuttal. All right, second episode of Rebuttal, Division 2. Kendrick's breaking down all the big SIAC matchups that happened in week 1 as well as what's coming up in week 2. You definitely don't want to miss that. All right, so listen, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.